Alright. Hello, hello, everybody. How's it going? Nazik. Nemeduckling. Chris, welcome. Ben. How's it going? Yeah, so, well, okay. First off, I do have a bit of tokens, and I'll probably be getting more, but I cannot be naming every single one of my streams something to do with Crate Rush event tokens, but something, bro. But in my defense, I actually am, because here's the thing, I want to get Hellfire and Savant ideally, the sixes. I want to get both of those before the rebalance happens, but that's in like 2 weeks, less than that. 13 days. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to get that many credits. I mean, certainly I'm not going to be able to get both of them. But I should probably be able to get one. And I'm thinking I'm going to go with Hellfire, to be honest. Could also use the credits on a Crate Rush event in December. True. True. I mean, I could use my credits for pretty much everything, bro. One thing I am considering, though, is, like, something I'm realizing. I don't want to see Stormrank Reload in my shop right now. I have no idea if they're going to nerf that thing. If they nerf it from 50% to 30%, it's not going to be worth buying with A-coins anymore. So what I'm thinking of doing, if I'm being honest, I'm thinking of saying just screw it. I'm not saving my A-coins for Stormrank Reload now. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to buy the Epic one, and I'm going to use the Epic one for a while. And then we'll wait a little bit longer. We'll see what the next rebalance entails. I wanted to get the Epic one at some point anyway. But to kind of like compare the two. But the thing is, like, the Legendary one's so it's the only implant that's actually worth your A-coins, worth 3,000 A-coins, to be honest. And if they change it, that's not going to be the case. It's not going to be worth it. So, I don't know. 2,000 credits. Hold on. I'm going to continue slowly upgrading my shadow here. If you get Revoker 10, I mean, I don't know what else you have, so I don't know. Yeah, so I still have this to finish. I have to get a lot of beacons, actually. I have this, I just have to complete a couple daily tasks, that's fine. I have this PC only. MVPs, I just need a couple MVPs, and then I'll be fine. And then we'll probably open all of those at the same time, maybe? I don't know. They reduce prices of epics and commons. Do you think they'll do that to legendary? I mean, people keep asking me that. And my answer's always the same. Yeah, I think that they will at some point, but I have no idea when they're gonna do it. You think Savant tracking is bugged? I'm not sure. I haven't used it. I haven't used it in a really long time. Could be. I mean, it's not like the game doesn't have a freak ton of bugs, so I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, there he is. So the next thing that... as long as he doesn't... Well... That guy's going... Okay, there we go. I was gonna say. I was just gonna wait for him to teleport to one of my teammates and then try to shoot him from there. I'm definitely, like, way too weak. Like, I couldn't... Come on, spray and pray. There we go, there we go. I got them both with it. I should be able to both. Yeah. Silverthorn has been growing on me, I will say. I mean, it's better at this stage of the game than, like, max level, obviously, but... Still, not bad. Surprisingly. I'm gonna... Good. Hey, fellas. What are every single one of my bots doing? Should you get Graviton? Brother, I don't know what's to... Like, you don't know what's gonna get changed. I don't know what's gonna get changed. There's gonna be rebalances happening. Like, anything could be potentially good at this point. The nerf doesn't really change anything. The nerf to Revoker. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think they're gonna nerf it again. Come on. Yeah, I think the first nerf obviously isn't gonna be adequate. I never nerf it twice. 40 million uses ability, wow. Bro, Paragon is rough with snipers. It's an achievement. This is an achievement hanger, just so we're clear. Paragon's rough with sniper because it every time you use the ability and every time you come out of the ability, your crosshair changes where it is. You see that? Like I wasn't moving my mouse at all. Like just like drifts upward when the ability ends, drifts downward when the ability starts. Damn it. Ouch. And I feel like Tetra Rifle is less forgiving than Railgun. I feel like Railgun has slightly more aim assist to it. Could just be me. You hope they buff particle beams? Bro, they need to buff a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things I hope they buff. Oh yeah, that's right, I made that post. I forgot I made that post. Speaking of posts, one thing I'm actually probably gonna do at some point. I'm probably gonna, you know how it's like the community feature? Some channels have, most of them don't because it's really bad. Where like your viewers can create posts on your channel. I will probably do that for the Clips channel. I'll leave all of them as like it needs to be reviewed by me. So once you post it, that just means that it has to get reviewed. It doesn't show up. So if I review it and I'm okay with it, then it shows up. But maybe just do that and let people post like random clips from my streams or something. I don't know. Or just like any type of clips from my channel. Could be cool. Could be cool. Is this account free to play? Yes, sir. Yeah, so if you're wondering how I got this, which is probably what it is, there was one free token. Yeah, and it was like a 1% chance and I got it. It's crazy. Should you upgrade the rank of Tetra 10 for Mimicker? I mean, you can. I feel like Mimicker's a little bit high energy. You're probably not going to use the 10s on it for very long. For competitive play, custom games should have the option to disable the seasonal boost. I 100% agree with you, bro. So, the modifiers, you should have, not only should you have the option to turn them off in custom matches, you should have the option to turn specific ones on. I've always had this opinion. Modifiers are absolutely ridiculous things, especially nowadays where they're like everything's 50%. It's ridiculous. And it's just so random. So, yeah, no, custom matches, even if they just made it so that custom matches by default weren't affected by modifiers, I'd be completely okay with that, because I don't think they should be. I agree with you. Should you save your resources till the meta changes? Well, we don't know if the meta is going to change, but until the rebalances, I probably wouldn't spend any A coins at very least, yeah. What's my favorite mech, bro? I don't really have one. I have fun with different stuff. Like, I've been enjoying Juggernaut a lot. This build is an absolute beast. I've been enjoying this a lot lately. But like, you know, a week ago, I was all over this freaking cheetah, bro. It just depends. Like, I have fun trying different things. So. Frank. Greetings from South Germany. Hello. Good weapon on kill shot. I mean, probably something that deals a lot of damage really quickly. So it could be like Revoker, or it could be like Stormrack or something. Or Missile Racker. Anything like that. Jugging. No, jugging. Yeah. Enjoying Juggernaut and jugging. Do I have a heavy duty pilot? I do not. No. That is something I could be spending my acorns on, huh? So one thing I'm definitely going to be spending, like, I think it's, what, 900 of my acorns on is, what's its face? Tengu rank up. So, if I do get Hellfire, if I do get Savant, I'm gonna want a decent mech with 12 energy to put them on, and I think that Tengu is the one. Either Tengu or Shadow, but I already have Tengu rank 4, and I don't have Shadow rank 4, so I'm leaning toward that. But then again, I could always just spend more acorns on Shadow, and do both, or something like that. I've been excited to get Shadow ranked up. I really do think that it's actually going to be way more useful than I originally thought. Because everyone and their dang mother's using guided weapons on everything, bro. It's ridiculous. The bots, kinda, but the players especially. All of them have Helix Rack, Strike Rocket, Javelin Rack, Gemini. It's like they have, like, multiple guided builds in most of their hangars. And being able to essentially just, like, fully ignore all damage from that is going to be really useful. No squad? Not right now. I mean, I just started. Thank you. He's right around the... Oh, never mind. He's right there. Hi. He's got one really pathetic Revoker and an Arc Torrent. His Revoker's like rank 3. Okay, rank 4. I could tell that that was not a high rank Revoker, though. That's for sure. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Yo, what? Man's freaking quantum gun's kind of blasted, man. You're fine. Oh. Thanks. He's not gonna... Hello? I don't think he's gonna do much. He's got like double... That's like one nade 12 or something. No, he died. Hold on. Is he the only player? No killer much, bro. I wasn't even paying attention. Where is he? What is he doing? It's not killing much, that's for sure. Ha ha ha, god. Ouch! Oh. Should you save? I mean, probably. Probably. They said that the rebalances are gonna... They're gonna make multiple rebalances over the course of the next few months. So through, like, February, there's still gonna be rebalances going on. You don't know what's gonna be balanced out. I have an idea of what won't be balanced out. Like, something like Graviton Beam is almost certainly not going to be touched, and if it is, it's going to be a buff. I don't think any of the assault weapons like Viper or Overdriver, I don't think they're going to be touched, and again, if they are, then it's going to be a buff. There are some things that very clearly overperform. I think Gemini might be nerfed slightly. Bye-bye. I think maybe Strike Rocket, but I'm not sure. I think probably like Repeater and Chain Gun will probably get buffs. Maybe, at least they should. Whatever. I'm not really sure what else would be... There's not a whole lot of weapons that need nerfs, I guess. Mostly just Revoker Stormrack. And even then, Stormrack doesn't really need a nerf specifically, it's just the reload implant that I'm pretty sure they're gonna change. Maybe I should make a video on, like, my predictions for the rebalance. Are Ember's gonna be nerfed? No, bro. Revoker's way better. I don't know why Ember would be nerfed. I don't think they're gonna touch Ember Gun at all. In fact, I don't think that... I don't think they're gonna nerf anything that's not legendary. I very much doubt that they're gonna nerf anything that isn't legendary. I think if it's like epic or lower, it's gonna get a buff or it's not gonna be touched at all. What's it better, Overdriver or Viper? I think Overdriver is just straight up better. Like, there's not a single mech that I would say works better with Viper. Paragon with Missile Rack 6. Oh, true. But that would cost, I think, my calculation was like 3,200 or something like that. 3,200 Acorns. To get that, to make that happen, that would be so expensive. It's like dropping all of the Acorns I was saving for Stormrack Reload, dropping all of that on Missile Rack 16, which would be hilarious, I will not lie to you. But, is it worth it? I don't know. I think there's a couple other things I'd rather do. I want to get, like, again, like, I'd really love to get, like, Tengu to rank 6 just to use mods. I mean, it'd be better if they just changed the damn mods feature. But I don't know. I think they will do that, but I don't know when they're going to do that. I'd probably get Shadow to maybe rank 5 to use double 6s on it. But Viper has more range. By what, 10 meters? Or is it 130? No, it's literally 110 versus 120. Like, who cares, bro? No, you know how you make up for that 10 meters of yeah, you make up those 10 meters of lost range, you just walk forward a little bit. Modded Stalker, please, I will donate. Okay, well, how much? Because, be honest, I'd have to get it to rank 6, bro. I'd have to get it to rank 6. I don't think it's gonna happen this stream. I think that would cost pretty much everything that I have. Did you use Macarena Calculator? Yeah. But I just, like, I don't have it. Like, I don't have the calculation with me. I just remember off the top of my head, yeah. Which, there's, like, 1 or 2 bugs that I've found in the calculator. Like, I think Tengu's rank 5 cost is 2,500 for some reason, when it should be, like, 900 something. So if any of you guys see that, let me know, and I'll pass it on to them. Chirag, how you doing? Here's your prediction. Surge EMP 3 seconds. Cooldown 10 seconds. Eclipse duration 8 seconds. Cooldown 12 seconds. You think they're going to flip Eclipse's duration and... duration and cooldown? No, I think it's going to be more likely 10 and 10. I think more likely 10 and 10. I don't think that they'd flip it in favor of the cooldown over duration. I don't think they'll break the cooldown over the duration, but maybe, I don't know. It's possible. Surge. Yeah. Excuse me. I think 10 and 3 makes sense. I could see that happening, yeah. So Juggernaut is a good mech to invest in. If you like the really slow tanky playstyle, then probably. Like, Aegis is obviously better. The shield has like a stupid amount of HP. Panther also is like, cause like between my Juggernaut and my Panther, right? My Panther is faster and its ability gives it infinite protection. So it's like it'll protect you against all damage from, you know, the barrier has infinite HP is essentially what I'm trying to say. So from a practical sense, my Graviton Panther can, you know, obviously outlast my Graviton Juggernaut. So you have to find, like, you have to figure out what makes the Juggernaut more useful, and what makes the Juggernaut more useful theoretically than Panther is just the fact that you can move your protection around with you. You have less protection, but you can move it with you. Once you kind of get used to it, I think it is really good. Don't spam Mech Burner. What about Ares? What, like rank 6 Ares? Or are you saying, like, what about upgrading Ares? I've seen some people use Ares, yeah. It's okay. I think, the Ares shield doesn't really protect you against Revoker, which is a pretty big problem. They should nerf missile racks, to be honest. They're crazy. No need for storm racks. You have enough accuracy. Well, at least till tier 6, then you gotta buy storm racks. I don't think they're gonna nerf missile rack. I hope they don't. That doesn't make sense to me. Guys, okay, anybody who's asking, should I get this, should I get that, should I upgrade this, should I upgrade that, there's going to be rebalances happening. I don't know what's going to be good by the end of this. So I would recommend don't spend any of your resources, save it. You can spend some credits, small amounts of Acoins maybe. If it's cheap, then maybe you can go for it just because why not, but I would not recommend spending what you have. Okay. Hey, go away, yeah, nerd. What the heck is the... Oh, it's a Redoc. Sure, I'll take... Ow! Never mind. Ha! Wait, why is he not using... He's gotta have the... He's gotta have another 10 and 12 on something else, right? Either that or he's just not smart. Damn it! Yeah, you see my duration ended and it drifted my cursor upward. It caused me to miss that last shot. It's really freaking annoying, bro. Please don't, bro. Please don't. I don't know if he has the reload implant. I don't think he does. Okay, just rush him anyway. Oh, you're saying like Graviton Ares? I don't know. I don't have rank 6 Ares, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. I think the difference between, I mean, especially for people like me who can't use mods unless it's rank 6, the difference is mostly the mods, right? So, if I was talking a rank 6 Juggernaut that had no mods on it, it probably wouldn't be good. It'd be pretty bad still. If we're talking a modded Juggernaut versus an unmodded Ares, I think the Juggernaut's still gonna win because of the mods. But if they both have mods, then obviously, I mean, yeah, Ares is kind of the better mech, so. Oh, get lost, fool. Absolute destruction. They will nerf the old, They will nerf the old legendary mech that is meta and is available in credits. I think I will stop playing this game after a few more updates like this. Okay, I mean, go ahead, bro. Nobody wants a Hemlock you can't move unless I say so meta. Nobody wants that. I don't cry about it. I don't care. You want it because you have it, and that's it. Like, nobody wants the meta. Like, most reasonable people don't want the meta to be the exact same for 7 years straight. Oh, we ended up losing. Yeah. Did pretty good. Overdriver worth it? I mean, I think so, yeah. Let's be real, storms with 8-second reload time are still going to be very strong with most things. Yeah, I mean, if they nerf storm rank reload implant to where it's 30% as opposed to 50%, I don't necessarily think it's going to stop being meta. I'm just saying that I think that is what they're going to do. I think that's the nerf that they're going to opt for. And if they change anything else, it'll probably be something around the lines of like shield damage. The built-in additional shield damage that Stormwreck deals is probably going to be nerfed down to like maybe 25%. It's not going to be a meaningful anything. I doubt it's going to be meaningful at all. Alternatively, I mean, maybe... Now, that kind of depends, right? It's possible that they built the weapon specifically to be a shield buster, and so they actually double down on the shield damage and they remove some of the inherent regular damage. I don't think that that's the case, because I think Stormrack's mostly just meant to be a slightly better version of Missile Rack. But I guess it's possible. The nerf on Hemlock's too much? I don't think so. I don't think so. But I'm not gonna say that it is or isn't. I think it's way too premature. I think if you haven't tried it, you have no business saying that it is too much or isn't enough. We can make our predictions, right? I think you might be right. You might be right. And if you are, then I will be the first to ping a Plarium in our little content creator group chat, and I'll be like, hey, I think you nerfed it too much. You want to, like, tone it down slightly? I'd be okay. So one thing that I think is necessary for Hemlock, let's just get one thing straight, just like to kind of come to like a general, like a common agreement here. One thing that I think is non-negotiable, and I think this goes for most people, one thing that's non-negotiable about Hemlock is that a single Hemlock should not ever be capable of permanently stunning someone forever. There should be no such thing as a perma-daze unless there's a cooldown modifier. It should not be possible. Now, with that in mind, how do you go about it? There's different ways to go about it. You could nerf the cooldown by crap ton. You could nerf the duration by crap ton. You could do a bit of both. They opted for a bit of both. And even then, by the way, just so we're clear, with maxed implants and everything, you get like maybe a second, including projectile travel time and everything like that. You get like maybe a second of gap between dazes. Like, the enemy has, like, a second to move. Like, 1 second, bro. It's not. Like, it's very, very similar to what it was. I don't think... I think Hemlock's gonna remain to be meta. That's what I think. Maybe it won't. I'm not gonna say that it will, and I'm not gonna say that it won't, because I don't really know. It's hard to tell. Now, Revoker is one of those, everyone can agree that Revoker obviously will remain to be meta, because that's, like, that nerf, they didn't do pretty much anything. I need a lot of... Okay. I'll start inviting people, but I'm gonna invite only 2 people just so we get more players. I don't want to deal with the... Like, I don't want to have, like, full player... Or, I don't want to have, like, bot battles. It's kind of lame. Who is on my friends list and needs to do those capture beacon tasks? Because here's what we're going to do. Let me just say it right now so we're all on the same page. When we go into a battle, when you're going to get on a beacon, make sure that somebody else is there with you. That way you can both get the beacon at the same time. You both get the points for the same beacon. It's just a great way of sharing the beacon points that way. I don't think you need MVPs or anything, so we're not competing with each other. We can share the beacons, so, yeah. Send request? No, I'm not sending requests, sorry. Nerf Dread Shot is destroying every lobby I go and someone have it free to play. Bro, this guy, it's so over. You just finished the beacon tasks? Nice. Didn't you think they want to add 2v2 again? Yeah. No, I'm wrong sometimes, yeah. It's crazy how that happens, right? Like, I'm not a literal god that knows everything. Yeah, no, I'm completely wrong sometimes. But I just say what I think is going to happen, and I give the reasons for why I think it's going to happen, and if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, yeah. They shouldn't nerf Carbine, this guy. Alright, well. Nerf Killshot, that's an epic I can get behind. How did you get the event crate ticket, but I got 5k credits? What do you mean? For which one? Oh, it must be you don't have that pilot. So the golden tokens, I think, is the ones that you're looking at for the battle event. Yeah, is the golden tokens. That's for the Galvin Crate Rush event, but you already have Galvin, don't you? You probably already have the pilot, and so you have a different Crate Rush event. And so because of that, yeah, let me just go with those. And so because of that, they just give you the token compensation right from the start. I get the same thing on my main account when something like that happens. And that's actually, by the way, the only way to know what the token compensation is if you already have the event completed on a separate account or on that account. If you already have the event completed, and then you get the rewards for it. Yeah, you have Galvin. Talk about the Battlethon for Plarium play. Really, you have a completely different one? Do you have the weapon? Which token was that? That was the pilot token, wasn't it? Mina. You probably have Mina as well. That's probably why. If I had to guess, like usually it's the same deal. Like. It's the same thing for both cases. It's just a matter of, like, if you already have it, then it just gives you the compensation right from the get-go. If you already have the main prize, then it usually just the event just ends, and they're like, okay, here's your compensation for these tokens. Which essentially is confirmation that 1 token is equal to 5,000 credits. Also, it shouldn't be 5,000 credits. when you claim it, I think it's credits and A coins. So when you claim it, it should be, you should get some number of A coins as well. It just doesn't tell you until you actually claim it. And if you could tell me how many A coins it is, that'd be great. Ah, come on. Feels the last hit from Tetra always misses, bro. I've been whiffing a lot of my final Tetra shots as well. It's really painful. I mean, as a Tetra rifle user, you just have to not really do that, right? It's just a skill issue on that part. What sniper's best on Lacewing? I wouldn't use a sniper on Lacewing personally. Probably Tetra rifle, if anything, because it at least has shield pierce. Zephyr or pod gun first? I mean, I guess it's up to you, whichever one you think you need more of. Probably Zephyr. You're running him down. You're losing on influence, but I think this is like one of the last guys that is alive. The user. For man. 50 A coins and 5,000 credits for the pilot. Okay. Yeah, it's because you already had the pilot. So 50 A coins is the compensation. 58 coins, 5,000 credits. Good to know. Not much. The compensation's usually not worth it. Like I've said it before, and I'll say it again for anybody who's like, oh, should I just save the token for the compensation? It's usually not worth it. You may as well spend it. First time started watching a stream under an hour. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, you guys are talking about this one, yeah. Yeah, this is for the pilot, this is for the weapon. Blockhorn Graviton Beam be any good? I think so, yeah. I think it's decent. If I'm being honest, I prefer, and both of them are credit weapons, if you're talking the 10s. I really, really, really like Tetra Rifle Blockhorn. It's actually incredible how strong that is. Any suggestions regarding finance management in the game for the rebalance? I would say don't spend any A coins, especially. People usually end up with a lot more credits than they have A coins, so that's like, yeah, whatever. You can spend some credits here and there on whatever thing. I think I'll probably make a video about it because I think it's probably worth making a video about. I don't think they're gonna touch rare, epic, anything like that. I don't think they're gonna touch any of those things that are not legendary. And if they do, it's gonna be a buff, almost certainly. I don't think they're gonna nerf anything that's not legendary. The nerfs are probably gonna be mostly like the absolute top stuff. But maybe also including some things that people like classically SP drop with that can be problems, like Gemini, Dreadnought, and that sort of thing. They're not technically top meta, but people drop with them a lot. So that could be, those are also on the table. But generally speaking, I would just say like just don't spend A coins on anything. Don't spend. Every weapon costs like 1,000,000 credits or something, even if you're free to play. And it's like an 8 or something. It's like 1,000,000 credits just to buy one weapon. And that weapon may or may not be kind of bad by the end of this. So I think it's worth just not spending, if at all possible. But you already know, so here's the thing is like, if you see something that gets a buff, that's a pretty fair chance that you're fine to buy it. Not necessarily guaranteed to be really great after they buff it, but it is essentially them saying like, hey, we think this is underperforming and we're going to buff it. They're not going to, if they buff something, they're not going to nerf it, most likely. If they nerf my Dreadnought, I'm a legit flip out. Okay, look, so long as you're not SP dropping with it. Nah, I don't know. I think it's possible. I do think it's possible. I don't think Dreadnought needs it. I think the problem is elsewhere, right? But... And the same thing with Gemini, by the way. Because they've already said that they want to... They've already said that they want to change the mods thing to make them not only cheaper, but also make it so that you can use them at, like, rank 3. Like, everyone can use them at rank 3. And that alone would, for the most part, solve the Gemini problem, I think. So if they nerf Gemini, then it would be maybe a little preemptive. What rebalance am I talking about? I'm not talking about a rebalance with credits, bro. They're not rebalancing the credits. You're completely misinterpreting the words that I'm saying. Savant buff is crazy. Still going to be bad, though? I think so. I think so. But maybe not. I actually don't really know. I do think that the main problem is the range, and always has been the range. So the fact that they ignored the range problem and opted for more damage makes me think it's probably still not going to be great, because it's like you just, quite simply, you have better options in terms of damage at that range. But there may or may not be a certain mech that would do really well with it, or a certain map or situation that would be really beneficial for something like Savant. I don't know. Because you don't have to... Like, you don't have to use it as a brawler or anything, but you just don't really have great cover is the problem. The Howler buff is going to go crazy, though. I actually think the Howler buff might be pretty good. Suppressor, more like Depressor. That's crazy. Agreed, though. Which, by... Yeah, Suppressor's getting a massive buff. It's still going to be bad. Just so we're clear. It's Suppressor's not going to change. Really appreciate Macarena buff kill shot health. Okay. I don't think they might, I guess. It's possible. I don't necessarily think they're going to be focused too much on epic stuff. 211. How's it going, bro? I haven't seen all of that. Welcome. Gotta go to video shoot. Saying good luck. Thank you, sir. We'll have fun. Hi. Stasis beam fitness. Storm 6 better than Missile Rack? Better than Missile Rack 8? I mean, probably, yeah. Bro's got a single Revoker 16 on Hemlock. That's crazy. Or maybe that's a 12. It's hard to tell. I think that actually might have been a Revoker 12. Parasite's not likely to be touched, so I'm gonna upgrade it. I don't know. It is a top meta thing. So if I'm being honest, I think a large portion of what they change is gonna have to do with not only performance, but also how often people complain about it. So I actually expect Seeker to get a nerf. Not because it's OP, it's actually not. Seeker's really easy to counter if you know what you're doing, and a lot of people opt to not bother using it at max, like, top-level competitive. A lot of people don't bother using Seeker. But I think it's going to get a nerf anyway, because people just complain about it a lot. Striker, don't spam, please. I want these fortune keys. Well, I'll take the credits too, that's fair. Hold on, I got those. I got, no. I need 15 controller rewards is ridiculous, bro. I probably should play solo for these. Like, from an optimization standpoint, I probably should play solo for those. I'll do one more. I'll do one more and it's him. You. You're not spamming? I saw the same question like 4 times in the same chat box. Howler needed a damage buff and a reload buff. I don't think it's going to be that good, unfortunately. No, I don't think the damage is what makes... I don't think the damage is the limiting factor here. I actually think the RPM is the limiting factor here. If it had higher RPM, they could lower the damage by like 30%, and I still think it'd be pretty good. Now, if we're talking like max level whatever, the major limiting factor is how quickly it destroys multi-layered shields, obviously, right? And if it can only destroy 2 per second, that's not very good. Hi. They could buff, I mean, they could buff the damage by like 1,000%, and it would still not be, like, under those circumstances, would still not be good. Two shield layers per second is not enough. So, yeah, I don't think it's the... I don't think it's the damage. Kind of wanted him to dash at me, to be honest. Nose them up, boys. Chunk. Yeah, I didn't get him on the way in, but I got him on the way out. It's just weird, but whatever. I'll take it. Ow! Howler should have different status of... should have a different stasis effect? What do you mean? I don't know what you're trying to say. No, I think... okay, so I think the main thing Howler was missing... I don't think that they were ever going to give it to it. I think it's a mechanical issue. It needs shield pierce. I think it does. A low RPM, low ammo burst weapon, regardless of reload, it's still a low RPM, high damage burst weapon. And at the end of the day, it's not gonna do good against a modded enemy. Unless it has some kind of shield pierce, and that's just the truth. But but even more than that, it's a freaking sound-based weapon. It should have shield pierce. I think the devs miss a lot of really cool opportunities. I think if they could nerf the damage by like... if they nerfed the damage by like 50%, nerfed the range by like 30% or 25%, so it had 30 meters max range instead of 40. And they made it deal way less damage. And then they literally just allowed it to shoot through walls. It would be a hilariously fun weapon. Get back. Oh, okay. Okay, you're done. Oh, no! Fair enough. Dreadnought SP Dropper scored 2,000 points. Something in tournaments, and they should nerf Dreadnought. They always take all top 6 spots. Well, the problem there clearly is not the Dreadnought. The problem is the fact that they're tanking, right? So if they saw that, obviously solving the tanking issue is the better of the two options. They probably can't though, so there's a non-zero chance that they do nerf Dreadnought. Just to make it so that the SP dropping issue is less of a problem. I don't necessarily think that's the best way to go about it, but I think that is probably what's going to happen. Or I think it's fairly likely, I guess I should say. I shouldn't say that I think it's going to. I think that it could. They said they'll solve the SP drop issue. Yeah, you know, they said that, like, what, 2.5 years ago? At one point, I was dumb enough to actually believe them. Yeah. You legit read my mind with the wall shield piercing idea? Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've said it before. And also, if you play, like, if you've seen, like, War Robots Frontiers, they have a weapon that's, like, pretty much exactly that. It's not even that good. It's not even that good. But, like, it just allows some really unique opportunities. It's really interesting. Do you think they'll nerf Deathwalker? I think they need to. I don't know if they're going to. It needs a different status effect because the one it has right now is really weak. Okay, you know, I'm gonna be fully honest with you. Until you pressed that, where you were like, no, I'm saying it needs a different status effect. I forgot that it applied a status effect. That's how completely pointless of a status effect it has. No, I think just get rid of the status effect. I don't think I don't think the status effect even needs to be there. I'd say just get rid of it. And replace it with, like, slightly more damage or something. I don't know. Why are you not using Railgun Orion? Because this is an achievement hanger. Yeah. And my Railgun, I think Orion has a sniper achievement, right? I finished it a long time ago, bro. Yeah. No, I finished this a long time ago. And the missile one as well, I finished recently. Yeah, so I'm just working on achievements. And I'm working on achievements to try to get some extra credits, just to try to, you know, progress a little bit faster here. What am I looking for? This, right, okay. That's a lot of controller rewards, bro. I need to do it. I'm gonna go solo. Go solo, I'm sorry, guys. Actually using Silverthorn? Yeah. I'm kind of getting used to it. Achievement hangers are fun to use? Yeah, sometimes. I've been losing a lot with them, though, I'm not gonna lie. Pods on Orion equal to Railgun? No. Well, I mean, I made a video talking about best weapons on Orion, so. If you're interested in the nuances, then obviously that's what that exists for. And get your shield. Ah, dang. Arc Torrent Panther, by the way. That's really interesting. Oh. I thought that was a teammate bot for a second, bruh. I don't know why I thought that. I want to get Arc Torrent. They might buff it. Because they over-nerfed it last time. They might buff it back. I hope that they do. They need to. But I don't know if they will. Come on, just stay there for a little bit longer. Ah, come on. Yeah. It's a Tengu, I think. So needs to go for that. I missed all my blades. How? Such bad shit. Silverthorn looks cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. get him. Oh, I almost got him with the residual. Alright, how's it going? Yeah, I knew he was going for it. And spawn right on top of him. Oh, you click. Hello? Run. Hurry. Hurry. Okay. Lots of guided rockets. Don't like that. Oracle buff? Yeah, I mean, I wish. I don't know if they're gonna. Oracle's... Okay, the thing is like, we have to... Now, under the assumption that their goal is to micro buff nerf everything that needs small adjustments to try to make everything equally viable, then yes, absolutely. But I don't think that they're gonna do that. I think that they're going to focus solely on the stuff that Mega overperforms and the stuff that Mega underperforms. And that's it. I think it'd be great if they made small tweaks to weapons that were just barely not good enough. But I don't think they're gonna. Oracle's one of those ones I don't think they're gonna touch. Same with Graviton Beam. Like, Graviton Beam's not great late game, but I think it's good enough to where they're not gonna touch it. Best mech for Savant? I mean, like, Lancer with Savant's pretty decent. Maybe Shadow. What weapon idea from Warabots do you think we're missing here in Mech Arena? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of Warabots' weapon ideas are essentially just identical to each other. They have a lot of small variations of the same weapon. And I don't necessarily dislike that. I kind of like that. Like, they have... It's kind of like the difference between, like, Viper and Overdriver, I guess. Except, I mean, like, if it weren't for the fact that Viper's rockets were really bad against stealth. It's like, it's a very similar weapon, but it's like one's slightly more burst-oriented, one is slightly not. And I think that... I don't know, I haven't played Warabots in a while, but as far as I can tell, like, a lot of Warabots weapons are essentially just, like, small variations, but extremely similar to each other. Wait a few weeks after the rebalance. For what? Oh, Overdrive or Bastion? Oh, I mean, like, yeah, it probably does okay, but, like, if you have it already, then just try it, bro. You don't need to ask my permission to try it. And if you don't have it, then, like I said, don't spend anything. Don't spend anything until, like, just hoard your resources. Hoard your resources until the rebalances happen, because I don't know what they're going to change. If you really, really want to buy something, like, go ahead. It's up to you. I'm not in charge of your account, but I wouldn't recommend anybody, like, spend their resources, to be honest. Overdrivers are crazy with the modifier. Yeah, that's true, actually. You don't even need the 10s. In terms of, like, Overdrive rank 5 Bastion, double Overdriver 8s are going to do better than Overdriver 10 and 8. Because these have a 50% modifier and the 10s don't, which means these essentially perform at the same level as Overdriver 12. But so you'd actually be weaker if you were using a 10 and 8, just use double 8. I'd like to see a saw weapon that shoots blades, but they don't retract. It could be interesting, yeah. I mean, like, it's a nice visual, but it's like mechanically, what's the difference between that and something else? I think that's essentially what I'm trying to say. In terms of like Warbot stuff, visually they're all very different, but I feel like a lot of them mechanically are pretty much the same, or like small variations of each other, which I don't think is bad. I think that's fine. I think it's good even, because then you can choose like the like you can choose a more specific thing for whatever thing that you're doing, that you're making. They focused more on the design than the ability with silver. That's kind of true. Okay. I do want to go grab a beacon. I need beacons. So I'm going to try my best to just be running beacons. I may or may not want to put like all of my fast mechs in one hangar and just do it that way. That's clearly an eclipse. Or no, it's a shadow. That's interesting. Bro, he's almost dead already. Oh, he is dead, okay. I'll take it. Come on, go away. Bro, a Deathwalker too, referral. Are you dead, finally? Come on. Come on. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. It's gonna spawn there. Ouch, did I get him with it though? Oh, ah, okay, somebody else can. That's fine. I was gonna say, that's just straight up not fair. Do I think there's something unlawful at play with the Great Rush events? No, I don't think so. I mean, there could be, but I don't think so. Because I think, and here's the reason, by the way, and this is a thing that I think not enough people consider. Obviously, people are upset that they don't get lucky, and they're upset that, or they're upset that they have bad luck on it, and so they're looking for a reason to think that it's somehow Plarium's fault. And I mean, honestly, I've been there too, so like, I'm not even necessarily saying that that's like, oh, I'm better than you for not thinking that. Like, I've thought that before as well. It's just the nature of things. But here's the thing that I don't think enough people consider, is the fact that, let's say they did want to scam you. Let's say they did want to rig the event crates to where it's nearly impossible for you to actually get the thing, and so you have to spend a lot of money or in-game resources or whatever on it to get those things. Let's assume that that's the case. They can literally just skew the drop rates. What's stopping them? How many times have you seen event crates with a drop rate of 0.01%? People have just accepted that. That's just a thing that exists. People don't even care. They could 100% do that, and nobody's going to stop them. No one's going to even bat an eye. So if they really wanted to do that, they'd just do that, and they wouldn't have to do it illegally. Like, there's nothing illegal that needs to be done. Like, if they wanted to rip you off, they'd just make the drop rate super bad, and people would fall for it anyway. And so yeah, at that point, that's just being dumb. 5% drop rate is very fair. Exactly. But the thing is that they have done many times. Like, look at the Galvin pilot event. Look at the drop rates on the Galvin pilot event. Obviously extremely skewed. And my point is, if they wanted to make an event that was bad, they could literally do that completely legally. You're never, like, what are you gonna do? Cry about it? Like, you can't do anything. It's it's completely legal for them to make really bad Great Rush events that are a waste of your time. They don't need it illegal to do it. Like, so this is my last one, by the way. We definitely lose. The even drop rates recently have been great, yeah. And I would think that I think that they are even as well. Because I've gotten really lucky on some, I've gotten really unlucky on others. Like I got really unlucky on the what's it called? The Hornet one. I got it like third to last. That was pretty bad. But if they're gonna, if they were gonna secretly skew one of them, they would have secretly skewed the Eclipse one, and you wouldn't be seeing so many people who got it their first try, their second try, etc. And of course, some people will choose to believe that they themselves personally are being targeted by Plarium because, like, whatever reason, I don't know. But no, I don't think it's. I think it's literally just dumb luck. If you participate in enough of dumb, if you participate in enough dumb luck events, you're gonna get a lot. You're gonna get a case that you got really lucky, and you're gonna get a case that you got really unlucky, and you can't necessarily take those as signs of anything deeper. It's just participation. That's just what happens. People take the statistical averages and they think that that's what everyone gets, but it's not. Like the statistical average for this is that you'd get it after 10 spins. But the reality is that a lot of people get it in their first spin, a lot of people get it in their last spin. It's like it's the same. It's just that when you're talking statistics, when 10 people, like let's say it's just the way the statistics works. Like if there's 2 people, if you have a sample size of 2, one person gets in their first spin, one person gets in their last spin. The average of those is half, right? The average of those is you get it in 10. That's the statistical average. Nobody actually got that according to that sample size. Nobody actually got that, but that's the statistical average. But people take the averages to mean that that's exactly what's going to happen every time. And if they have to spin even one more time than that, then they claim it's unfair. Why do we need to store crates and not open them? You don't have to. Pineapple, much appreciated. Oh, it's your birthday. Let's go. You get to start your lifelong game of hide and seek with the IRS. Let's go. Everybody wish Pineapple happy birthday. Now go get a job. Hard grinders don't get the main reward while those who play rarely get them. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. See, you're drawing false correlations between things simply because you're trying to find some random correlation. But no. And also, why would they want, like, they don't want hard grinders. I don't know why they wouldn't want them to get it. And again, I'm going to reiterate what I said before. If they really wanted it to be unfair, they could legally, lawfully do that, and you would not be able to do anything about it. They could very easily do that, like they do here. They can literally just be like, hey, nah, guess what? Unless you get every single token, you don't get the main prize. They could do that with literally any of these events. And you can't say anything about. I mean, you could say something, but you can't do anything about it. It's completely fair. Like, it's completely legal because they're allowed to do that so long as they tell you what the drop rates are. So why would they lie about the drop rates when they're completely willing to skew the drop rates whenever they feel like? So I don't know why they would. I don't know why they'd lie about it just for one thing, just to piss off one guy. Like, I think people have a bit of main character syndrome when it comes to them. They want new players to stick to their game. They know hard grinders already are invested a lot of time in their game. I mean, I could make up reasons as to why I personally didn't get Hornet until the last try, but other people got it on their first try. It's because the game is really like, bro, I'm one of those hard grinders for the most. Like, I play a lot more than most people do, probably. and I don't get super lucky on those. Or I've gotten lucky sometimes, unlucky other times. Like, no. No, I think it's just main character. I think it's just main character. Like, all it has to be something about me specifically. They're afraid of me specifically. They don't want to give. They couldn't give two craps about whether or not you got a free mech or a free weapon. They could. They have no care in the world. They don't. They do not care. They do not care. One person playing their game with a free thing, why in the world would that matter to them? I think I mean, you can think what you want. I'm just thinking what I want, right? I'm explaining what I think and why I think it. I think if you really think about it, there's just no reason for them to be, do they want certain things? Sure. They clearly want certain things. They clearly want certain outcomes with certain events. But if they were going to mess with drop rates, they could do that legally, and they can and have done that. And it's completely legal. They wouldn't bother doing it illegally. That's just stupid. It's just a bad business practice, honestly. My man just dumped himself off the cliff, okay. I don't know what he's doing, but... Oh, I killed him, okay. Was he SP dropping or something? Because he's clearly really weak, but he immediately gave up. So I don't know what's going on. Like, he knows he's weak, right? I don't know. How do you change your perk? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. The amount of players that are currently using Revokers is making me rage. Revoker has been the top weapon in the game for, like, multiple years, so... Don't be surprised. And that's exactly why they're changing it. And it's also why, again, I don't think this is going to be the only nerf that it gets. It's getting a nerf, but I think it's going to get another nerf. Because the nerf it's going to get isn't enough. It's not going to change. Do that. Let him explode and build up. And it almost killed him, but not quite. I need to... come on. Damn it. How to increase luck in this... Guys. Yeah. Choosing to believe random conspiracy theories just because it's convenient. It's like choosing to believe. It's all the people who are like, I got when I was spinning a fortune vault. I was clicking on the clicking on the left side of my screen the entire time, and then it landed on A coins. It must be a correlation. So I found out a hack. If you click on the left side, it gives you. It's like, no, it's a false correlation. You're drawing completely like nonsensical conclusions from random occurring events. There's no correlation. But again, if you do it enough times, then it's gonna, like, you're gonna get lucky a couple times, you're gonna get unlucky a couple times. Weird things are gonna happen if you keep doing it. How do you change your MD picture for a different mech? Oh, that's just a month thing. So, like, if you stay a member for, I think, 2 months, then it changes from MD to... What is it? Arachnos or something? Cheetah or something? I don't remember. But I have it so it, like, it slowly goes up. And then it ends at... Salver? Did I add Salver? I think so, maybe. I suddenly want to spin Mina and click on the right. Oh, I promise it's good luck, bro, because I spotted what time I was clicking it. Like, but people do that a lot, right? It's the sort of thing that you hear a lot, where it's like people are talking about their conspiracies about how if you do a certain thing, then it's more likely to give you acorns. Nah, bro. Let's just say I have been playing for 3 years and never got lucky. Always had to spin them all to get it. Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, how many? Let's first off, the more you participate in, the more likely you are to get lucky. That's not necessarily me encouraging you to participate in more of them. But second off, statistically speaking, again, this is statistics. People go crazy about this. Statistically speaking, even though this has a stupidly low drop chance, statistically speaking, somebody got this on their first try. That does not mean that they're the main character. That does not mean that Plarium literally was like, this guy, I want this guy to win. And I'm going to do whatever I can to make it. No. Statistically, some people got it. And I can tell you exactly statistically how many people got it. Exactly 0.01%. And so I'm pretty sure what it started off at. Exactly 0.01% of people who spun it one time got it on their first try. It's a very low number of people, but statistically it did happen. And this goes the same with everything. Statistically, there is a person, if you have enough people, statistically there's somebody out there who literally has never gotten a prize. Statistically, that's true. It should be a very low number of people. But even if that happens to be you, statistically there's somebody out there. Statistically, there is a person out there that exists like that. So trying to say that, like, oh, my results deviate from the statistical average, that must mean that there's foul play. No, it's bullshit. Again, you're taking the average and assuming that that should apply to everyone. The average does not apply to everyone. The average is simply the average of everyone. Like I said, some people are going to get really lucky, some people are going to get really unlucky. The average of those two outcomes is that it's like a half and half thing. That doesn't mean that it doesn't necessarily mean that everyone should expect to get it in exactly half. Is Viper any good? Yeah, but Overdriver's better. Also got close to Acorns on and pilots, but finally gonna get it during the last event. A few more hours. Wait, is this the last event that's coming up? Yeah, it's only 4 days, huh? Yeah, that makes sense. It seems to have not been up for very long. I don't know why. I felt like it was gonna go for another like a week or so. Yeah, I need to finish these, bro. I thought it was a sniper pilot, and so I grinded really hard at first, then gave up because I already have. Yeah, fair enough. And then there's also the Mina pilot you could just get with Acorns if you really wanted to. You should, again, statistically, you should probably be able to get that cheaper. Some people won't. It'll cost even more for some people. But statistically, very few. Can't be the last. One more event to give last. Well, yeah, I didn't mean that this one that's currently going is the last. I meant like the one that's going to be coming up is going to be the last one. It's not good. Come on, poke your stupid head out. Damn bot. Did I or did I not hit him a lot with my blades and deal decent damage? I felt like I hit him and I did damage, but it didn't count. I even got my ability back really quick. It was weird. One battle. Oh, that's right. I forgot that they made a post on that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, you know. I know. People can know exactly when it ends. Makes sense. See, in 1 hour, you're gonna be... Okay. You're watching on your TV. Let's go. How do you comment if you're watching on TV? Do you just, like, do it on your phone? Like, casting your phone to your TV? Is that what's going on? I've never understood how that worked. Not being able to tag is so annoying. Just type at symbol and then whatever their name is, and it should tag them. I think if you're on laptop, if you're on like the browser version of YouTube, then it should like automatically fill it in. On mobile, I don't think it does though. You need some help? What with? If it's about buying or upgrading something, I don't know what's going to be buffed or nerfed. My recommendation is to hold on to your resources until that's over. Better just wait 14 days. Well, not even just 14 days, even more than that. Because this is just the first wave of Rebalance, right? There's going to be even more. I think it's going to end on February? What do you expect for the upcoming Mech? I think it's going to be either really good or really bad, to be honest. Chugalo, hello. You're on mobile, so it probably doesn't work. Well, I think you still can. It just doesn't do the... It doesn't, like, automatically fill it in for you. I don't know. Try it. You're a new player? Let's see. I'd say, like, just take it slow and try to learn the game. I think people try to progress too quickly, and they end up coming across people who are actually kind of experienced and they have decent stuff. Like, don't be encouraged to, like... There's some really good offers, like spend $5, you can get a really good Mech or whatever. And those are obviously tempting if you have small amounts of money to spend. But even if you don't, like, just take it slow and try to learn the game first, because you're still gonna lose. You could spend as much money as you want, you're still gonna get absolutely bodied if you don't know what you're doing. You're not spending for Galvin because you already have it? Yeah, fair enough. So you're just gonna save the tokens. That's fair. That's fair. I don't know what the compensation is per token, though. I think there's a decent chance you get more credits if you spin it, to be honest. Tournament's a good way to get A coins. Nah, you're probably not gonna win those. I don't even play them. This is a free-to-play account, by the way, that I'm playing on. I don't play tournaments pretty much ever. Usually a waste of time. Same thing with playoff events. Like, don't spend resources for the sake of getting playoff event points. It's not gonna do anything good. I should not be here. I was hoping I had enough time to teleport back up to the top, but I did not. I should have backtracked way sooner. That's my bad. Hey. Hello? Hello? I'm just gonna see. Yeah, I'm just gonna say. Dang, bro. These bots are kind of all over me. Oop. Ouch. Okay. Juggy grab is OP. Yeah, except they died almost immediately with it because I'm dumb. That was my own fault. Don't spam. Whatever your name is. I don't have time to read it. Yeah, bots, that's a bot, by the way. The game has a lot of bots. They are very easy to predict. They're gonna seem kind of OP at first. Some people have problems with them, but once you understand their behavior, then they're actually really easy to deal with because they do the exact same thing every time. Like, you can predict how they're gonna act. Like, I know that this guy's not gonna shoot at me. Well, this guy would... Ow! That's a player, though. You have the main reward, but you can still spin it? Yeah. It's because they want you to have something to do with your... Because, well, also I think that there's 2 main rewards, because there's the A coins as well. That's counted as a secondary main reward. Have at the... Or not. Yeah, that's fine, too. Oh, I'm so dead. I was not paying attention to that panther coming up. Can I kill him with that? Okay. Nice. I'm definitely gonna lose this one. Definitely gonna lose this one. No fault but my own, though. No fault but my own. I did really bad. What SP am I at? Like, a little over 4,000. Like, 45-ish. Should you spin the pilot? I think you should, yeah. I mean, like I said, even if you already, even if you don't think you need the pilot, I think it's worth spinning simply because I'm pretty sure you'll get more credits by spinning it than you will by saving them, to be honest. Like, I think if you saved it, you get less credits anyway, so, like, you may as well. All your team members use, like, tier 5, so, well, I'm not gonna blame my bots. It's easy to blame your bots, but you can't do anything about that. There is a scenario, and it's not exactly a really unrealistic scenario. There's a very realistic scenario that I was in control over where I could have won if I did better. Like, and that's what I can control, so there's no point in worrying and complaining about, oh, my bots didn't do good, or oh, my teammates didn't do good. I'm not over here, like, I'm not going to get better if I'm just being carried by bots and teammates all the time, so... Nah. Okay. So one in the... Well, both in the bottom. I was going to say one in the bottom, but both of them are in the bottom. Draw my lines there. Snurge. I can kill him. What is that? I actually don't even know. This guy, I don't really like him. Could you move, please? No, okay, no, never mind. Kill him. Thanks. I'll drop those there if they come for us. They're gonna get the charge. Most suitable legendary weapon for Juggernaut. I don't know. I haven't used a lot. I'm currently using Graviton because that's the only 10 energy weapon that I have 2 of. Happens to all of us. Yeah, no, for sure, for sure. That is definitely, like... It's definitely one of those things that gets to me sometimes, though. Like, I am not inherently... I am inherently a poor loser. Very poor loser. And it's something that I try to work on. Doesn't really... I don't even necessarily pride myself with being a really great player. It's like, I don't even care that much, so... The the fact that I get upset when I lose sometimes is kind of cringe. I mean, you're fine. Can you kill that guy? That'd be great. Well, these guys are absolutely loading the pods, bro. Okay, well, this guy can't hit me. None of them can hit me either. I'm safe for now. I could just slowly deal damage to this idiot. Until he dies, and then I'll... Okay, I'm gonna guess that was a suicide run. There's no chance that he actually thought something great was gonna come from that. My guess is he realized that he wasn't really doing anything, and he's just like, okay, I'm just gonna scrap this by running into the enemy. And immediately die. And then spawning back in with a Reaver MD. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I could be wrong about that. Maybe there wasn't a tactical decision being made there. We got him, we got him, we got him. Yeah, get back there, nerd. I did good damage. So long as he's damaged before he uses his ability like that, he's going to teleport with less HP. And if he teleports with less HP, then that's fine. Inherently a poor loser is hilarious. I mean, what's bad? Like, what's hilarious about that? I feel like that's true of a lot of people, but they don't want to admit it. Toxic, please don't spam. Eclipse Overdriver with cloak speed and burnout reduction, so good. Yeah. I don't think I've used it with speed. I think I've only ever done it with duration, but I guess speed is decent too. I hate losing because it's never my fault. So true. So real. When I'm without caffeine and tired. Oh, that's not me. I'm always with caffeine. If I'm awake, you better freaking bet that I'm caffeinated. Let's go. Monster check. I got you, bro. All right, this. Yeah, this is not as good as the Panther, the Juggernaut. I have to be more careful with it. The Panther is like full. Such. Graviton Panther start on this map is ridiculously strong. You got Eclipse first spin. Let's go. Okay. No. Well, hi. You know what? I'm gonna tank it. I got him. Worth it. Was it worth it? I don't know. I actually might not have been. Yeah, it might not have been. That was definitely my best one. Yeah, the freaking... Excuse me? He just ignored me. Well, kind of personal, actually. He just gets completely clapped without any of his layers going down. It's crazy. No, that's fine. I already used all my stuff. Hello? Who is it? He got me with the radius, he must have. Oh, Sentry would have died to that. I almost did. Sentry would have. I don't know where they are. Okay, there we go. There they are. Fine. My man's just stuck there. Yes, Sentry would have died to that as well. I think we're cooked. Commander, Jetfire, and Tony are not helping a lot. But it'd be like that. It'd be like that. I mean, a lot of maps, by the way, like... There's a lot of times where it's just, like, once you have the disadvantage, it's extremely hard to come back from it. This is one of those maps where it's like, as soon as you get the foothold, it's pretty easy to keep it. And it's just the unfortunate reality of that. We definitely lose this one. I've been losing a lot with my achievement hanger, which, I mean, it's to be expected, obviously. Can I? Oh, shut up. I wouldn't have killed him either way, obviously. Poke, poke, poke. Can you explain Sentry would have died to that? Sentry is notoriously bad at spotting disruptor shots when they're coming at him. Oh, this guy quit. That kind of makes more sense. I was gonna say, I don't think I really saw my teammates in combat, like, pretty much at all. I had the Panther guy for a little bit, but that's about it. Do I think they're gonna nerf Eclipse? I think they could. There was, Hypho made some video with them, I guess, talking about some of that sort of thing. I did not watch it yet. I purposely have not watched it, so don't give me any spoilers on that. I don't want to hear anything about it. Maybe we watch it on the stream. Do you think there's a high chance they nerf Stormwreck? Yeah, I think there's a pretty high chance. Either the way that I think that they're gonna nerf it is the way that honestly I would nerf it, is just by reducing the legendary reload implant specifically from 50% max to 30% max. That's literally all it needs to be a balanced weapon. Like that's pretty much the only thing that needs to happen. It would be fairly balanced after that, and that wouldn't really affect a lot of people. They might touch other things. I think most likely if they touch anything else with the weapon, it's going to be like, maybe like the shield damage, the extra shield damage. I don't think it's going to be anything meaningful. Mina in 2 spins, nice. Oh no. 8s. Those seem pretty strong. I mean, I guess, like, it was my... it's my... What's it called? It's my Silver Thorns. It's not, like, inherently great in terms of HP. But I don't know. Those seemed fairly strong. They're only rank 5. I think. They were rank 5, not rank 4, right? Yeah, get out of here, nerd. You're cooked, bro. Get out of here. I might be dead to that. Yes, sir. 3-second EMP duration surge coming soon? I hope so. I hope so. Anything that reduces EMP, I'm a fan of. I don't care what it is. I don't care. It could be Zephyr and Bastion. I don't care. Like, no, those aren't meta, and I like those mechs, but I think all EMP needs to be lowered. EMP as a feature is ridiculously... It's just disgusting. I don't like it. Since you would have done that. Stop that. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Alright, well, this bot, he's not going to use his ability until he sees me. Which means I just back up. Make sure he doesn't see me. He's not going to use his ability. That's one of those things I was talking about earlier, where it's like, if you know what the bot's behavior is, you can find ways to exploit it. Like this, he should EMP me before I'm visible. Instead, as soon as I poke my head out, he identifies that there's an enemy that's within range, and he'll immediately use his ability. And the bots are programmed to do that. But I can stall his ability, or just keep him from using his ability by just not showing myself, even if he technically knows I'm there. Even if I'm spotted, if he doesn't have line of sight to me, he's not going to use it. And I know that. What does he have on that? Oh, Viper. Hey, friend. Oh. Hasn't Surge's EMP already been shortened? Everything has, yeah. Wasn't it everything? Zephyr's used to be 6, they reduced it down to 3. Surge's was, I think, 5, they reduced it down to 4. And didn't they do the same with Bastion? Like, wasn't Bastion's 4 and they reduced it to 3 or something like that? I don't remember. Maybe not. Maybe not. But when the Great Update happened, they reduced EMP times almost universally, and they honestly should do that again. It's way too strong of a status effect. It's basically a guaranteed kill. You're trying to wait for the nerf buff to pass so I know which weapons to invest in? Yeah. I think there are some weapons that are pretty safe, and I'll make a video on which weapons which weapons and mechs I think are safe to invest in. But obviously with the caveat of that I am not a developer and I don't have inside information. So I could be wrong. But I guess it just depends on how much you trust my instincts here. Is essentially that. Apart from Daze and EMP, what do you think is the next strongest status effect? That's an actually really interesting question. Because, like, status effects in general are pretty universally pointless outside of Daze and EMP. Next strongest status effect. I mean, Implosion, maybe, just because of what it is. But I don't necessarily... I'm assuming we're talking about status effects that... Are we talking all status effects, or status effects that only apply to, like we could include Implosion or Venom. Venom bypasses all mods, by the way. It's 100% mod shield bypass, which is pretty strong. I think Venom on a better weapon... The Venom status effect on a better weapon would actually be really good. But I don't know if we're including that or not. Overdriver save to invest in? I think probably, yeah. Do we get more tokens for Galvin? Yeah, there should be 10 more, I think is what they're saying. Stasis is genuinely annoying. It is genuinely annoying. Yeah. I'm not sure I'd call it the best one, but it is annoying for sure. All status effects on mechs too. Oh well. So, from weapons, I'm gonna say that the top contenders are Venom and Suppression, whatever the heck Suppressor's effect is called. Damage Drain. Yeah, Damage Drain status effect. It's a really, really strong status effect, but the weapon is so crap that it doesn't really make up for it. If it was on a half-decent weapon, this weapon would be incredibly strong. So I'm gonna go with that for weapons. I think. I don't want to, like, miss any. Weaken, I think, is okay. But I wouldn't necessarily call it the best, because it only really helps... It only really helps, like, bullet spray weapons, and only sometimes. I guess it's okay. We'll call Weaken a decent contender as well, because it is essentially 50% damage buff. It's pretty strong. And then for mechs, we're not counting that. We're not gonna assume that, like, this ignoring whatever, that's not a status effect. So what Eclipse does is not a status effect. Let's just... Technically, this is. Foul play is technically a status effect because Redeemer can remove it. I think it has to go to that, but I don't know if that should be counted. I don't think that's a realistic one to count, to be honest. 7 more, he says. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna say the link from Parasite. True. Redirection. Blind. I mean, blind is also pretty OP. I don't think that Thunderstorm... I'll be honest, I don't think Thunderstorm, Redirection, Foul Play... I don't think those should be considered status effects. Because those are literally just the ability. Like, that literally just is what the ability is. It's just a way to make Redeemer escape them. Right? Like, anything else is not quite that. Like, Soulless Blind, Soulless is not just a mech that blinds you. No, it's a mech that throws a projectile, and the projectile has a blinding status effect, right? Whereas, like, Redirection is just, like, it just redirects to you. That's literally all it does. I feel like those shouldn't count. Or Orion, maybe. Yeah, marked as well. I think technically, if we're counting all of these, then Redirection probably is the best one. Simply because I think by default it should come with 90% resistance. Technically. But, well, maybe not. Because, okay, that's the thing, though, is, like, if we're calling this a status effect, then Redirection is simply the 30% damage that gets redirected. It doesn't technically come with the status effect, or come with the damage resistance. Does it? I don't know. That's like saying Hunter's Mark comes with the stasis. Like, Orion's ability applies both, obviously, but, like, I think the marked status effect is different from the stasis status effect. Hemlock throws EMC as Sentinel and gets blocked. I throw it at Ares and he gets dazed. Well, that shouldn't happen. Ares and Sentinel should both block it. Yeah. So either, like, the shield went down at just the right time, or if the shield went up at just the right time, or you somehow managed to, like, get around the shield, or it's a bug. One of those is more likely than the other. And I'll leave it to your imagination as to which one. What was the update that made Surge good, and how did it make him good? So, essentially, Surge used to be really weak and really slow, and it didn't have stealth. When they buffed it, They gave it more HP. They gave it, like, what was it? 30-ish% more HP. They gave it, like, 50% speed buff. Because it was, I think... Was it 18 kph? And then they buffed it to... 27. It was like a 50% speed buff. That alone's pretty strong. They also increased the EMP duration, and they gave it stealth, so it didn't have stealth. It used to be... Actually, it was the worst mech in the game. The worst... Yeah, just the worst mech in the game, period, because that was before the great update when they made, like, Lancer and etc. like, weaker than other things. The strongest... Like, the strongest tank, like, the beefiest mech in the game used to be Juggernaut, for example. You thinking of getting Tengu? Should you use Ember Gun with it? I mean, I don't have a really high rank Tengu, so I wouldn't really know. But I imagine it'd be okay. I'd probably use Revoker on it, to be honest. Okay. I mean, grabbing this beacon and then letting someone else grab it, and then grabbing it back, honestly, is probably one of the best ways to farm that. Task, to be honest. Probably should do, though. Is someone gonna come over here, though? That's the question. Hello? Yeah. Okay, let's do that. We'll just break his shield, make it easy to kill him. I'll allow him to take the beacon, though. Never mind, the bot won't. That's a Hellfire Tengu bot. You just absolutely toasted that, man. It's incredible. Okay. You heard I maxed Juggernaut? No, I didn't. I don't know who told you that. It's still rank 6, like it's always been. Maxing is really credit intensive, and I don't really want to do that. I don't have to. I have to be extremely mindful of how I spend my credits. Especially considering what I'd really like to do is have, at very least, get Hellfire. And upgrade my Tengu. To be able to use Hellfire Tengu, obviously. For when the rebalance happens. Because I think that'd be pretty decent. Now, I don't necessarily think Hellfire itself is going to be great. I think the better of the two is going to be Savant, but Savant, like, low-energy Savant variants is kind of not a great investment. And I probably will get it... I probably will get Savant 6 on this account at some point anyway, but I don't necessarily want it to be priority. My thinking is that I use Hellfire on, like, Tengu and Shadow, for example. And just have those and just see how it does. And then, like, yeah. And then I can try the Savant buff on my main account if I need to. I started watching you 2 days ago, and now I think I made a lot of wrong choices. You know what? That's fair, though. But like, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter a whole lot. Like, yeah, you probably did. But at the same time, I technically haven't made a lot of great, like... From a optimized, from like a meta progression standpoint, I shouldn't have done anything with this Juggernaut, period. Like, I got into tier 7. And I didn't have Cheetah. I didn't have Sentinel. I didn't have, did I have Redeemer? I feel like I didn't bother buying Redeemer. I didn't have Stalker. I didn't have Shadow. I didn't have any of this stuff ranked up. I didn't even have Ares rank 4. Like, everything was base rank. I didn't have Paragon maxed, but I did have but I did have Lancer maxed. I still don't own Puma, and I'm not going to, because that's a waste. Yeah, so, like, I was I pretty optimally got to tier 7. I got to tier 7 in a pretty optimal manner, but then I just started messing around after that, because that was always the goal for this account, was just to mess around and see what actually works at lower stages of the game. And also because it's more fun. But it's whatever. You know, it's not a big deal. Not everything has to be under the lens of meta progression. If the only thing you care about is meta progression, then it's like you kind of lose the whole point of having fun. I make only wrong choices. Let's go. First one to capture center, 15. This is such a pain in the butt, bro. I may or may not just... I'm just going to open my stuff now, bro. I cannot be bothered. I'm going to open my stuff now, and then I'll either grind the rest of that after this, or off stream. Yeah. What's the chances? Bad. Okay. You are a Redeemer Glazer. Yeah, fair enough. A lot of people are. If you're talking Hanger Showdown, I think it deserves the credit. If you have mods, then I guess it's fine, but for the most part, I think it's a little overhyped. It's not to say that it's necessarily really bad, but it's definitely overhyped. If we care about meta progression, who's going to care about Chungus? Oh, I'll always care about Chungus. That's for sure. You gotta go, Pineapple? Okay, bye-bye. Good luck, thank you. A lot of folks are gonna spin for Mina. It's not a bad idea to do it like once or twice, but I would not drop all of your A coins in hopes of getting lucky. Like, if you can't guarantee that you're gonna get it, then don't go all in on it, right? That's just bad resource management at that point. You might get, like, you might still get it, but it's just, you're risking a lot. And eventually, if you keep doing that, eventually you're gonna end up wasting all of your A coins on nothing, so. You only have 2 days left. You just want to say it was a pleasure. Well, I mean, thank you for that. Yeah. Hikmet, hello, I have no idea how to pronounce your name, sorry, bro. Chungus is top meta in our hearts, for sure. Dropped 2,000 A coins, but it was because so I didn't buy anything before Rebalance. To, like, stop yourself from buying something? Like, that's weird. I know I'm gonna waste it later, so I may as well waste it now. What is the worst mech? I'd say maybe Puma is, to be honest. Maybe you have to click on the left for good luck. Yeah, it's true, maybe I do. MD? I mean, maybe, I guess, yeah. But I feel like everything serves sort of a purpose. And in this, like, in a stage of a game like this, it can at least be useful. Like, Juggernaut's obviously not good, but I can make it, it can be really freaking strong if you invest in it here. But the thing with Puma is, like, it's just straight up worse than Panther. As opposed to Slingshot, which is, like, Slingshot is essentially just a cheaper version of Killshot. It is. Like, I can get the exact same thing, essentially, but I can do it cheaper. For Puma, that's not the case because the ability is, like, 700 times worse. The shield will go down really quickly, and it's also not as long, so, like, you can't get from place to place as easily with it. It is cheaper, but, like, it's not as good. Like, the performance difference is pretty big. Arch Twains act. Okay, to be fair, yeah, probably Arch Twains. I did forget about that. Slingshot has low HP, though. If we're comparing a max level Slingshot to a max level Killshot, then sure, no. But what I'm talking about is that, like, for the amount of you can buy Slingshot and get it to rank 6, and it'll be cheaper than buying Killshot. So you'd have a rank 6 Slingshot that has about the same stats as a rank 4 Killshot, but with more energy capacity, and you can use mods. And that's nice. Now, sure, a rank 6 Killshot would be a lot better, but are you actually going to use that? Probably not, because in literally the very next tier, you get these clearly superior legendary dash mechs. Like, Killshot falls off actually really quickly. It does. So unless you planned on, like, ranking up your Killshot to rank 6 or even max level, then I would, like, just don't even bother. Just do Slingshot instead, because it's cheaper. Slingshot can be better than Killshot if I max it. So it's a grade difference, right? So essentially, the short story version is essentially like, for you go one grade down. So like, this is epic, this is rare, this is uncommon, right? That's what the grade is. It says right. Well, you can't see it, but right here. So it says right here uncommon mech. It says right here rare mech. It says right here epic mech. So like, these are the grades, right? And then there's like the legendary, obviously. So for every grade you go down, you essentially have to go one rank higher in order to get similar performance. So because Slingshot is 2 grades lower than Killshot, that means in order to make Slingshot just as good as a rank 4 Killshot, you have to get it to rank 6. But getting Slingshot to rank 6 is cheaper, and you end up with more energy capacity, and rank 6 also gets you mods access. So at that point, it's like, you may as well not even bother buying Killshot. The only reason Killshot will be worth it is if you plan to actually upgrade it a lot. And the only reason you do that is if you're a weirdo. Yeah. No legendary skin and no fans and literally no value. That's crazy. It's kind of true, though. Alright. Yeah, we got 1 for this and 2 for the pilot. If I get this, I don't even know what the frick I'm going to do with it, bro. I don't actually... I don't want it. It's such a pointless weapon, and I have clearly better... It's also 12 energy. I have clearly better assault weapons to work with. This pilot would be nice, though. Having 2 legendary close quarters pilots, I'm not really sure what I'd do with 2 of them, but it probably would come in handy at some point. Most likely. So, I mean, like, I would take it. Fortune keys over. You see a lot of people use Killshot? Yeah, well, I mean, it's very popular. And if you plan to upgrade it a bit, then it's probably worth getting. But if you don't plan, like, if you would otherwise just leave it at rank 4, then just Slingshot instead. It's cheaper. Can you get Missile Rack 16? I am not gonna commit to buying anything just yet. Okay. I want to. It would be hilarious to do double Missile Rack 16 on my Paragon. However, it would just be that one build, and more than likely I'd only make 1 video on that. That's a really expensive video. That's like a 3,200 A-coin video, and I don't really know if that's worth my time. It would be funny. It would be really funny, and it would probably make it into my main hangar as well, instead of like the Lancer, I guess. But for now, I'm gonna say no. For now, I don't really want to. I don't want to commit to anything super expensive with my A-coins. Cause like, I could buy a legendary pilot as well, but yeah, I don't really want to. I think I'm gonna. I want to rank up. Tengu. Rank up Stalker at some point again. Like I've been holding off on this for so long. I just never got around to it. Guardian as well, maybe at some point, but I feel like it's pretty low priority. I feel like people are kind of over it. People are kind of over the Guardian phase. I don't think a lot of people care. A lot of people have seen that Guardian's really not that valuable, I think. I want to rank up Stalker once. I want to rank up Tengu to rank 5. I want to rank up Shadow twice to rank 5. Those are all things that I definitely want to do. Maybe even Slingshot. And all of those have a bit more immediate value, because those are things that I think more people are more likely to do. Like, a lot of people do upgrade their Tengu a bit. Some people do, quite a few people even, do upgrade their Shadow. A lot of people upgrade their Slingshot. Like, these are fairly popular decisions that people make, fairly common things that people invest in. And those are more likely to do better for me in terms of, like, video content than duplicating Missile Rack 16, which is, like, I pretty much never even see that. Parasite worth $5? Yeah. Don't buy weapons low rank. I made, like, so if you're a channel member, you actually do have access to a very casual video that I made that talks a lot about spending practices, best spending practices, like getting the absolute most for your money. And I probably will make a version, not that one specifically, because that video, like, I didn't really edit it much, and people would, yeah, the retention on that would be really bad. But, and I think there's also a couple things that I want to add to it. But I will probably make a version of that video that I'll make public just as a general video, because I think it's good information. I just haven't really gotten around to it. Recommend upgrading Gemini 12 so you can use 2 of them? I mean, probably. It sounds pretty strong. I feel like they probably will nerf Gemini, but I'm not sure how much. Disruptor MD is such a gamer build. Okay. You didn't say it was OP. It's definitely a gamer build, though. I agree. I don't think anyone can dispute the fact that it is indeed a gamer build. You know, I'm going to do Hanger Shutdown real quick before I forget. You tried to watch it, but you're not a member. Yeah. I forget that it shows people, like, if you're not a member, it still shows it to you sometimes. It's kind of annoying, but what are you going to do? Oh. That's really bad. Ooh, hold on, never mind. You need to kill this guy? Well, I mean, obviously. How about that, right? I backed right into those. That's stupid. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm a dummy. And my boy is cooked. Now, I thought we were going to lose that one anyway, because, yeah, the Panther had 0 chance against the Seeker. Oh, crap. Now, he doesn't know it, this guy. He doesn't know it, but he could have used his ability immediately and actually gotten me. He didn't actually have to come up this ramp to hit me with that. Thankfully, he didn't know that, though. No! Okay. Legendary pilot, even. What do you got? Something useful, I hope? PC shutting down? What about? Okay. Bruh. Yo, are we for real? Okay, so thankfully he's not really thinking in terms of just using the radius. I definitely should not have... I definitely should have lost that. What? I'm so bad at everything! I mean, he does just have Felix Shark, doesn't really matter, but... Such an easy kill, bro. Thank you. One-arm max Hemlock, he's tanking. Well, you don't know if he's maxed. I mean, he's maxed because it's Hanger Showdown, but you don't know if he's actually maxed. Oh, the one-arm Hemlock is pretty, yeah, nuts. Pretty suspicious, though, I agree. Whenever I see a one-armed, like, Hemlock or Nomad, I get very suspicious. Because that's one thing that almost all League droppers have in common, is that they'll all pretty much universally use a build like that. Honestly, I want to just, like, run away and go for this guy. Yeah, what are you gonna do, you little nerd? Nothing. That's fine. Oh god, destroy my sculpture corridor. Let's go. Whether you should get a mech or save up for pilots. I made a pilots video a while back. The general nuances for pilots. It is not the same for everybody. There's not really like a one-size-fits-all type of argument for that. But I'd recommend, like, go watching that, I'd say. I did my best to kind of explain what I think works and doesn't work. Here's the thing, though. Oh, buddy. Wait, why? Back me up here. Nice. What? You see this guy? I rush him. I EMP, I rush him, hoping to God that my teammate is following up, because I might have died to that. I don't know. He needed to follow me up. He kind of carried it. I appreciate your contribution. Thank you, sir. But you should have followed me up there. I figured he would. But... Fortune keys, very cool. I will take it. I need those, bruh. He doesn't know how storm ranks work yet, clearly. You own Tetra Rifle 10. Now let's freaking go. Now you gotta duplicate it. Sure, I'll start with those. I'll start with this. Ooh. There we go. That's why I start with Orion on this map. Immediate kill right from the start. If you can pull it off, it's really helpful. Now, that wasn't super helpful, but thankfully he stalled him just enough. You think the legendary tank mechs should be buffed? They die too fast? Some of them, yes. Some of them, no. Deathwalker definitely does not need a buff. Something like Bastion does, yes. Ow! Okay, he did the same thing to me that I did to him. And that's fair. Eye for an eye, a fish for a fish. A sniper for a sniper. The disc launcher's ever. Aight then. Okay, I don't want him to see me here. Never mind, he sees me anyway. Look at this guy. You can't do it. This is... Okay. Check their hang... Oh, yeah, I should. Yeah, you're right. What do you got? I'll back you up with this, sure. Dreadnought has a little bit of a tough time approaching, so if I can help him with a dome to get him closer, then that's really good. So Dox is the Guardian, okay. Rocks. Those Dox, whatever. I see a D. Yeah, no, that's where the conversation ends. There's no other context needed. Boop, boop, boop. You get out of here. Nice job. He didn't take much damage out of there. So I'm gonna, yeah. Cover. Get close. Alright, no. Back this way. He's gonna crash you. Obviously. He's gonna crash you, obviously. Yeah. Alright then. Nice. Okay, so he was the more useful of the two. If I'm being honest, what I was trying to get him to do is to back up. I was going to go forward. I was going to use my dome as bait to get him to crash just the dome. That's something that a Guardian will do a lot, right? Even if, like, I was just going to use the dome to bait him to crash the dome. I would have still been able to shoot at him. I'd still have my weapons. So he crashed the dome, and then that guy could approach him from there. But yeah, okay. That other way works too. I just want to try to like do my best to back him up, right? Last guy had double Revoker 12. This guy? No, this guy's fine. What was... Yeah, this guy. Yeah. Nah, it's pretty typical. Was the single arm hemlock. It's pretty classic. When you see a single arm hemlock, it's not necessarily anything, but it's cause for suspicion anyway. And you'll be right about half the time. This. Crashing anything with Revoker is like instantly killing yourself without mods. That's kind of true. That's kind of true, but I was hoping he'd use the ability. His ability has more range than... Well, it's the same range. You know, he could use the ability to just, you know, stick him in place. We all know in Hangar Showdown you have to carry your team. Well, sometimes you are the one that gets carried. I think people purposely refuse to acknowledge that. Like, yeah, sometimes you're stuck with idiots, but also sometimes you are the idiot. You're not gonna necessarily realize it, but sometimes you are the idiot that someone's complaining about. So, yeah. I said, don't give people too much crap. Some bad day, could be anything. You know, happens to everybody. Don't do. No, don't do. Actually, I'm going to start with Panther. This is a good starting map for Panther, I think. I wish that he would at least show me what he's going to use. It would be great. 16 energy on Neon. Hello? Hello? Okay. Here's what I think is going to happen. He's going to try to get a shot. No. Okay. I need to hit both of these. Okay, there we go. I can't kill him unless I think I need to charge it up at least once. Dang it. Yeah, my teammate's AFK. Okay, see, this time I can blame my teammate. Yeah. He might be loading in late, though, in all fairness. I don't want to do double railgun. I think he did load in late. Let's see. Maybe not. Maybe not. That's fine. Yeah, I took a little bit more damage than I needed to. I didn't need to take any damage. You can't hit me. He's got railgun. Real gun. The realest gun. Okay, he's coming through that way. I can use the wall. I should... He's gonna kill him. But you know what? He just wasted all of his ammo on someone who's AFK, which is a really stupid decision, by the way. Yeah. He probably... I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, I think he's still AFK. That's fine. Railgun Orion should be essentially free round win, if I'm not stupid. Here we go. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Easy. Alright, I need one more. I trust my Aegis more than I trust my Zephyr, to be honest. Yeah. No, that was a good decision, though I should have saved my Redeemer for now. They both have Surges, and I saved it for last, which is crazy. Well, they don't both have Surges. That one guy has a Surge. They both have EMP Max, is what I'm saying. Because the Surge is also up there, I think. No, I'm definitely dead. Oh, what? What? Dude, they almost lost to that. I only have a Zephyr left. It's so risky, bro. The Zephyr is such a glass. It's... oh, no. Alright. So, he's gonna dash middle. Right from the get-go. Never mind, he's not. I need to get him in close. I need to bait him in close without him being able to dash directly on top of me. But I think I die. Because he definitely... Yeah. Could have played that better. I should have realized that they were obviously just going to keep rushing the AFK guy. Which I don't know why they bothered doing that. Kind of a waste of time. Don't give him free points. What are you saying? I should just quit? No. Do you still get the games where you lose from spawn because your teammates' mechs just can't match the enemies? What do you mean? Like, you just get really bad teammates? I mean, yeah, I just got a teammate who literally was AFK the entire time. Sometimes you get really bad teammates, but... most of the time, I'm fine. Sometimes they carry me, not usually, but... it's fine, like, I don't need them to. Yeah, I was pretty sure he was gonna try that. Okay. Go for him. Every time I spawn Orion, free win. Kinda. Sometimes people have good counters for it. It's not often, though. Even, like, Eclipse. Like, most people don't play Eclipse very well. So they end up losing to it. I mean, he took way more damage than I did, so I'll take that. This guy did spawn his Surge. This is my opponent the other time. Hello. That's fine. Okay. Now that he dies to that, I just need to make sure the Orion doesn't get me. Which he does. Okay. Fair enough. My teammate is strong, but he's not smart. Alright, I'll try to set him up with the NB, I guess. Oh, nice. Yeah, okay, this is a good... yeah, this is a good time to use a second. I want him to be within 30 meters, but without dashing at me. Whatever, I'm gonna still kill him. Cool. He got something. If If they don't spawn on the last one, but did on the other one, that means that they're... Yeah, that they only had 4 mechs. And they're trying to leave drop. This guy's got weird Reaver hybrids on everything, bro. What in the world? I don't understand. So that's the Eclipse there. So you got that. Okay. That's fine. He's really weak. He can't outrun me. Because, yeah, he's not that fast. He can't get inside my dome fast enough. You can't. That will kill me, though. That will kill me. Unless he's dumb, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. My teammate... you know what? I ain't so sure what my teammate was doing, but... It's okay. Howler worth buying? I think it's okay, and... I mean, it's really pretty decent in Hangar Showdown. League 2, anyway. But it's gonna get a buff. A relatively decent buff. So, I don't know. Once again, as I've been saying this entire time, if you're asking, like, what should I buy, what should I upgrade, there's things are going to be changing for the next couple months. There's going to be rebalances happening. And I don't know what's going to be strong by the end of that. So, if you want my opinion, my opinion is that you should not be investing in anything at the moment. You should just be saving your resources. It's getting damage nerf, yeah, but the reload. So it's gonna be a much better sustained type brawler type thing. I think it'll still be fine. Onyx needs a buff? Yeah, no, I agree. A lot of things need a buff, dude. Hello? Okay. This guy again. Yeah, okay. Cool. I did get his Nomad early, but that's my Orion gone. That looks like it could carry me a little bit, so I'm actually gonna try to use my worst build here. The Panther isn't good on this map. Oh, this was my teammate last time. Hey, pal, you should be able to... Well, double Ember versus 1 Revoker. The Revoker might still win, to be honest. Try to back him up with that. Alright, well. Pod gun. I think the way that I kill him, the way that I beat him... Crap. That's unfortunate. No, okay. You're fine, you're fine. He should be able to... probably at least kill that Orion. Unless he's really dumb and teleports onto, like... Unless he teleports onto the Orion right in front of the Deathwalker, which he might. I don't know. I'll try to spot for him, though. I'll try to spot for him. Hello. So the Deathwalker already uses his ability. It's not a great idea. Okay, so... just so we're clear... Warping the guy that after you get to him, once you kill him, he's just gonna respawn somewhere else. That's not exactly the greatest idea. I don't have a lot of confidence in this guy. But I don't need to go to Overteamer. So I'm going left because I need to just kill this search. Hey. Oh, he's in a little crevice. Hey, do you mind? He's dead. Yeah, mess him up. Are we dead now? Okay. There would play Hanger Showdown with a friend? Nah. No. There should be. I mean, I agree, there should be. You could try to time drop. Yeah, but that might make them your enemy. Like, you might end up playing against them as opposed to playing with them. Enemy using kill shot easy because it's dumb, that's true. Hemlock needed a nerf, but it's kind of big. I think it was kind of necessary, though. Like, even with the nerf, I think what a lot of people don't realize is that, like, including all of the implants and whatever, even with the nerf, you can still basically keep somebody from playing the game the entire match. You have, like, I think it's like a second. There's like 1 second of time to move between dazes. That's not a lot of time. So, like, they kind of had to nerf it by that much. Because I think the non-negotiable part of the Hemlock nerf was we shouldn't have one mech that's capable of permanently removing somebody else from the match. That shouldn't be capable. That shouldn't be a thing. $150, you gotta go. Alright, that's fair. Yeah, no, I wasn't really inviting people, sorry. Custom sometime? Eventually. I probably will do a custom stream when the rebalance hits, but not on my free-to-play account. Hellfire gonna still be trash after buff? How about Savant? I think Savant will be a bit better. Hellfire will probably still be pretty bad. I want to get Hellfire, though. Like, I'm saving up my credits, and I'm going to be buying one of the two. I think the one that I'm gonna buy is Hellfire. Not necessarily because I think it's better, but simply because... let's look at... So, yeah, they're the same cost, 600,000. Simply because all of the other Savants cost A coins, except for the 16, so I'd have to reach tier 8, which is not going to happen anytime soon, for me to use an even half-decent energy capacity of Savant. And as a guided weapon, it's obviously better to use it in, like, the highest energy capacity available, right? It's like using, like, you know, Helix or X6s. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. So, yeah, the Savants, they'd probably be okay, but I realistically probably wouldn't use them pretty much ever. For Hellfire, I could at very least get the 10 as well at some point. And that's mostly the reason I think I'm going to be getting Hellfire. Also, because Hellfire 6s on a Tengu would be really, really funny. Are repeaters good on Seeker? Actually, okay. Repeater's a really bad weapon, but the best mech for it is definitely Seeker. Like, if you really, really wanted Repeater to work, Seeker is the mech for it. Because it's really... It has really, really good mechanics for that, but unfortunately, Repeater runs out of ammo too quickly. That's the problem. And I think they... If they were to double the mag size on Repeater, if they were to buff it by, like, basically doubling the mag size, that would actually... Or even, like, 50% mag size, that would be such a good buff, and I think that's exactly what it needs. I don't think it needs more damage. I don't think it needs more range. I don't think it needs any of that. I literally just think it needs a little bit bigger mag size. That's it. You sometimes get cooked by Hellfire because of the burn thing, yeah. Hellfire just looks awesome, that's true. Is just you or is Berserker 8 the most intimidating and best looking Berserker? It's kind of true, actually. It is kind of true. I don't fully disagree with that. Like, this one's just more of a cylinder. But this one actually looks a lot more angular. It's kind of cool looking. It's kind of cool looking. That's what you did, Tengu, Hellfire Tengu, bruh. I imagine it's OP. I imagine it's so OP. If you target one mecha at a time with Seeker Repeater, it's OP. But when there are multiple opponents, no, that's not the reason that it's not good. It's just because if your opponent has any type of multi-layered shield, or really any type of even half-decent survivability, you're just not capable of killing them with a single mag. You have decent damage output, but then your damage damage is just gone after like 2 seconds. You have no damage output anymore. And then you're stuck there for the next like 5 seconds or something, because Seeker's there for like 5 seconds. And so you're stuck there just like, help, please. And then you'll get like 1 shot back every second or so. It's like, yeah, it's mostly just the fact that you don't quite have the burst damage necessary to kill most things. That's the reason. You got a 17 kill streak in free-for-all with it. I believe it. It sounds so OP, bro. You want to max your Tengu, but you ended up buying something else. Yeah, fair enough. I don't think I'm going to max mine anytime soon, like, even in the nearest future. Like, even in the distant future, like a max Tengu, probably not. But rank 6, I think I probably will do somewhat soon. I really just want mods on it. The difference between a good Tengu build and a bad Tengu build is literally mods. That's it. Like, I can pretty much guarantee this other guy that said he got the 17 kill streak, I can pretty much guarantee that he has mods on his Tengu. It's really necessary when you're like a close quarters build, especially. Is Revoker still better after the nerf? Yeah, no, Revoker's... It hasn't been nerfed yet. It's going to be another 13 days until they nerf it. But I predict that it's not going to change almost anything. I think it's still going to be the top weapon. It's still going to be the top weapon. I can pretty much guarantee it. Basically everyone who's familiar with Revoker, like every competitive player, pretty much everybody is in unanimous agreement on that. Hemlock is going to still be pretty OP during 50% cooldown modifier. I think it'll still be meta even without the modifier. I do. I think people are making a little bit too big of a deal about the nerf. I think it'll still be a top meta mech. But I don't know. That's just my prediction. You got your maxed Stormwrack Lancer with Neymar? Yeah, fair enough. I mean, if I had Neymar, I'd be using that. I got a rare pilot instead, so OP. Japan. The entire country of Japan. Alright. Okay. Ha ha ha, what a nerd. I made him fall. Screw you. Get back here, Japan. Alright, nice. So, here's what we want. I'll probably just dump it on the beacon, I guess. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, stop that. Is he gonna come back up? I feel like he probably is. Oh, never mind, he's right there. He's right there. Just leave it there. So a lot of the bots are gonna be coming through... Can I kill him with this? Yeah. So a lot of the bots are gonna be coming through this section. Whether they turn left or right kind of depends. So if at all possible, I want to dump my mines outside of the door, not inside. That EM rifle cheetah bot will kill me. It will one-shot me for sure, guaranteed. I just need to make sure it doesn't see me. Oh, somebody already activated my mines. I wasn't paying attention. Oopsie. Japan! Don't do that. Did I kill him? I did not. Did he escape my mine damage by jumping? I don't know. Or did he just have a lot of HP? That's like, I'm not sure which one happened. My mines don't do a lot of damage, let's be fair. They do good damage, but not like a ton. Poke. 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 You there. Bruh. Freaking poop on the bacon. I did earlier. Missed it. I respect Cheetah for having at least respectable name, not like Silverthorn. What do you mean? The name is the worst part about Cheetah, bro. It's not even fast. They call it Cheetah and it's not even fast. It should be. It deserves to be the fastest mech of the game. Is that an Orion? Yeah, it's an Orion, okay. Hello? How are you? You don't want it. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. However, what he does not realize... Oh. Yeah, I was just waiting for him to kill me. They just had to remove players from permadazing, like they reduced the duration from 7 to 6. They had to make it like 10 or 12. See, they give you enough time delay to hide unless you're in middle. Okay, look, I don't even know what you're trying to say, but when you include implants, when you include a maxed legendary cooldown with a maxed legendary duration implant, you still get a scenario where people are they literally have 1 second to move in between dazes. That's you think that's fair? I don't think that's like it's still ridiculous, right? They don't want to create a scenario that allows you to permanently daze people. You have to keep in mind the base cooldown and duration. Yeah, it sounds ridiculous when it's just the base cooldown and duration because it's 6 second duration, 16-second cooldown. That's a lot. But including implants, it's not even close to that. Including implants, it's like almost 8-second duration and like 11-second cooldown. Way closer. Way closer. I hate how EM rifles are only available in Aguins. Yeah, miniguns as well. I also dislike that. You love Cheetah, it may not be strong, but you need that diversity. I agree with that. I just wish it was a little bit more usable. I personally think Hemlock should have an ability duration so the cooldown doesn't start until the cooldown runs out, or until the duration runs out. That would actually be a really good way of balancing it, yeah. That would be a really good way of balancing it. A really easy way of balancing it. It just guarantees that there's... Like, at that point, with that mechanic, it's literally impossible for you to permanently daze somebody. Like, it's not mechanically possible. If that's what they did, then, like, that would make sense. That would make sense to me. But that's not what they did. They decided to go a different route with it. still better than it was at 16 energy. I mean, back then, I feel like it was a lot stronger by comparison, though. Support mechanism is able to apply cloak on us on a different mech. That would actually be really interesting. That would be really interesting. Average dev answer. Our system doesn't allow us to do it. Yeah, I don't know. Could be anything. Could be anything. No. It's gonna go for the other beacon. Ow. Okay. It's gonna dash in. Oh, there you go. He's still the mines. Bruh. Really? It took off his canopy? What? How does that even make sense? My mines exploded, it took off his canopy. He didn't have a perimeter left. Okay, let's do this. How bullcrap is that, bruh? It did no damage, John. Okay, he's getting me a little bit with that. Oh, but he's only got a one arm. Ouch. He only has a one arm thing. Oop, 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 oop. Bruh. I missed the left one. If I didn't miss the left one, I probably would have been fine. That bot can get it? No, never mind. Are we cooked? We might be cooked. They're definitely running out of mechs, but so are we, I think. Okay, it's the end of you. We could slow down their beacon accumulation. Okay, worth it. Sentry would have died to that. Okay, stack on some damage. I should be able to kill him. They have... Come on, guys, what are you doing? The people... The amount of people who will... In a situation like that where the enemy has 99% influence, the percentage of people that will opt to, instead of beacons, go for kills is insanely high. And I dislike all of you. If you do that, like, no, go away. Go pester someone else, bro. Kills are not the problem, clearly. You lose if you don't have the beacons. What in the world are you on? I was trying to push the right beacon, but... Pasha wasn't expecting when you trash Silverthorn. That segment went on for like, I don't know, 10 minutes in the video alone, but the actual conversation about Silverthorn was like 30 minutes. I cut out a lot of that. I cut out most of it. Most people should play 5v5 instead of CPC. Well, that's probably the only thing that's probably what they mostly play. They probably play a lot of 5v5 tournament. And then they get a lot of kills, and they think that, well, because I got a lot of kills and I got the MVP, then obviously the win isn't or the lose isn't my fault. People don't know how to play it objective. You have about 20 tabs open. I don't know where the heck is another RuFFles video sound coming from. Well, probably one of your other tabs. I don't know. Alright. I need... I want to see that conversation, not gonna lie, yeah. This guy, he's gonna go up that little ramp. Okay, there he is. He's definitely dead there. Am I gonna be? Okay. I was hoping that I didn't die as well. I mean, as you do. Hey. Hey. Please don't. Oh. Can they at least stall him out? Ah, dang it. I was actually trying to just stall him out, to be honest. Like... I didn't care if he killed me. I knew he was obviously going to kill me. I was just trying to stall out his ability in hopes that he'd die afterward. But instead, I'll just do this. Now he's going to spawn right in front of me. Ah, dang it. That's annoying. Okay. Can't go up because he's up there. Where's that? Not sure. Oh, this. That's, yeah, not exactly the best thing you could have run at me with. In all fairness. Can I? Yeah, nice. The Fiend. Ouch! Okay. That's fine. That's what I have. I think I might just do that. I need to... Ah! Please. Barely did any damage to him, bro. If I had known he was there, it would have been such an easy kill, actually. He literally has one. Okay. Please. 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 Ow. Okay, fair enough. You gotta go? Okay, bye-bye. Oh, yeah, let's go, Mark. Gemini, yeah, fair enough. Salver for 18 bucks. You can wait and get it from the... Like, that's from the armory, right? The armory is more expensive. If you get it from the flash deals, it's only 5. Unless it's rank 4, which I think that is. It's probably rank 4. Any more? I don't think so. I thought he had... I thought he was the one with the Orion. I thought he had a Gemini. Right, he has a Gemini. Boy, I was half as good as bots at using cryonades. So true. So true. Going crazy with it. Just make a channel where you upload full videos instead of cut out parts. I could do that, but the thing is, like, I cut out a lot of it because it's... I mean, like, on like, streams where, like, I'll try my best to just, like, keep talking just for the sake of talking, for the most part. For videos, I'll take a couple of minutes to, like, pause and to think about stuff before going over it. Or I'll, like, say one thing, and then I'll be like, wait, no, that's not right, and then I'll repeat it. Just because, like, you know, just so I say it correctly. So I don't know. I'm not like the sort of person that can do all my videos in one take. Not yet, anyway. He means rank 4 for 1798. Well, from the flash, from like the shop flash deals, or from the armory? Oh no, it's 28 from the armory. Yeah, if it's in here. I mean, if you really want silver, then I guess you can go for it, but it's not like a top mech. No, it's not really a top mech. You don't have any combat points left? How you grinding? Mostly? Okay, so two things. Trying to get beacons for this thing. To get the last of these. Which I may or may not just do tomorrow. And second off, I'm doing achievements. So like this is an achievement hanger. So sniper weapons on Paragon. It's the last one, by the way. I've got a lot of them already. So kill 900. I'm just working on achievements. All of these are achievement builds. They're just trying to put all their effect selling it for as much as possible because it's gonna get nerfed. What, Salver? I don't understand what you mean. I don't think Salver is getting nerfed, no. Or are you talking about the Surge offer that I had? Yeah, I don't have any of this left. I do not. What would I do? I do turn, but I don't care. I hate that there's a stupid, like, new... There's nothing new in this. Why does it show that? It's annoying. I don't know. Lancer buff? I mean, I wouldn't be disappointed. Acquire implant parts. It's actually a lot more difficult than I expected it to be. It's one of the and I mentioned this before, but it's one of the things that it's definitely one of the things that, like, I didn't appreciate was so difficult for free-to-play players to get just randomly, was implant parts. There's no way to get them except for spending credits to scrap implants. Implant parts are actually kind of hard to come by. I mean, obviously A-coins as well, but I knew that, right? Like, that was obvious. But, yeah. Yeah, in terms of, like... Also, one of these days, I kind of want to do, like, a stream where I just try to finish as many of these Gear Hub tasks as I can. But I think a lot of them are going to cost me A-coins because I have to rank up stuff. 3 tier 2 max. Well, yeah, I mean, that I don't have. Tier 2. Well, I could use all 3 of these, but I don't want a tank, so I'd have to use, to rank up Slingshot and MD, I think. Unless I was just in a squad, I suppose. 5 battles. Yeah, one of these days I'll probably, like, plan out a stream. I'll plan out exactly how I want to go about it. A couple of things need, like, Yeah, upgrade the rank of 3 more times for tier 3 mech weapon. That's gonna be expensive. Upgrade the rank of tier 5 twice. That's gonna be expensive. This I did Graviton. That's how I already have one of them, but another one's gonna be expensive. But it would be kind of fun. I do think it would be kind of fun to do like one stream where I just try to complete a bunch of gear hub tasks. But we'll find out maybe some other time. Weekly, whatever. Yeah, in terms of my A-coins, I have a decent chunk. I think I've decided that I was saving for the longest time. I was saving for Stormwreck Reload implant, which is a really, really strong implant, but I actually have a gut feeling that they're going to nerf it. I have a pretty strong feeling, pretty strong suspicion that they're going to nerf it to 30%, and it won't be worth buying with it. Like, it won't be worth 3,000 A-coins for sure. So what I'm thinking, I'm probably going to buy the epic one and just use that for a little bit and see how good it is and kind of determine if I think it's worth getting. And just hold off. And maybe they don't nerf it. And if that's the case, then I'll buy it later, but I don't want to buy it just yet. So at this point, I have a decent chunk of A-coins to work with, but I don't know what I'm going to spend them on. I don't want to burn all of them. Some of it's probably going to go into Tengu, because my goal for the rebalance, when the rebalance happens in 13 days, my goal is to have Hellfire 6 be able to use double... That's not Hellfire. Be able to use double Hellfire 6s on a rank 5 Tengu with 12 energy. So that's something that I would like to do. That would cost me like 900 A-coins, I think. And then Stalker as well is another 660. There's a lot of things that I could be doing. I mean, like, I mentioned before that one thing I want to do is to get and to duplicate Missile Rack 16, which would cost about, I think, a little over 3,000 A-coins to buy it and then get it to rank 6 and be able to use 2 of them on my maxed Paragon. That would actually, I think, would actually be, like, wildly effective. The thing is that, like, that's really expensive, and I don't know if I'm committed to that. So I'll have to think about it. Is it tanking if it's an average hanger for that SP? I think so, yeah. I think you could make an argument for fair tanking or not, but I think it's tanking regardless. So if I was gonna do it, my goal is not to get easy. Like, my goal is to keep the enemies the same while simply using those for the sake of the task. So if I was going to do it, then I'd probably invite a couple people who are around my SP so that I'd get the same enemies as usual, except that my hanger would personally be pretty low. And I'd also keep these other hanger presets active just to try to encourage the matchmaking to not go easy on me. I don't want the matchmaking to go easy on me for whatever reason. I don't think it would, because I'd have a rank 6 Juggernaut with a rank 3 Slingshot. I don't think it would go easy on me, but on the off chance, I don't want it to. I don't want it to, because that's not my goal. My goal is just to get the task done. Go on a spending spree after the rebalance? Well, the problem is people think that the 27th, with 13 days from now, yeah, people think that the 27th of November is the rebalance day. There's going to be multiple rebalances. It's not the only one. There's going to be multiple stages of rebalancing, and I think that it is going to continue going on for the next couple months until, like, February, I think. And so that's the problem, is that I'd have to hold on to my resources for the next, like, 4 months, which I might do. I might even mostly hold on to my A-coins until the end of that. Who knows? So is it worth getting Salver? In my opinion, I mean, worthwhile is a matter of perspective. It's not meta, so I wouldn't consider it a meta progression tactic, no. Do you think it is worth it to buy Tetra Rifle? If you don't need it, then you could probably skip it. The best sniper build in the game is Railgun Orion, and it always has been, and it probably always will be. Well, okay, I can't say always has been, because Orion wasn't around for forever, but it'll probably remain to be the best sniper build for a long time. So the best sniper build is Railgun Orion. If you really want a good sniper build, then that's the one to go for. You can get Tetra Rifle. It's a really good weapon, but I don't think it's, like, necessary for any reason. And you probably shouldn't double down on snipers. Redox is the only cool mech that you have besides Eclipse. Redox has, like, the coolest base paint that I've ever seen. Will they nerf Railgun Orion? No, I doubt it, no. It's not a top meta thing. Memberships, you mean? I don't know what you said earlier. What do you mean? What was the last thing you said? Yeah, I don't see anything else. I don't know what else he said. I did see Frankie said something like 7 minutes ago. He said that he doesn't think they're gonna nerf Surge because they buffed him a long time ago. I think that they will nerf it. How else do you fix the Surge meta if you don't nerf Surge? Like, I don't think it's really possible. I think Surge is guaranteed to be top meta unless they nerf it. Overdrive are worth it? I think so, probably, yeah. Are pods good on Salver? They can be, yeah. Again, Salver's not like it's not like a meta mech, so it's not the sort of thing that's, like, going to necessarily get you a bunch of MVPs, or it's not going to be like a top build, but it can work, yeah. I mean, it's a support mech, so yeah, pod gun generally works on that. They should nerf Eclipse before Surge. I actually disagree. I think the other way around. I think that if you nerf Surge, then you make Eclipse less necessary. Because, like, Eclipse is inherently weaker than a lot of things. It's just that it's one of the only things that doesn't get guaranteed insta-killed by Surge. I feel like a lot of half of the meta is revolved around the presupposition that there are Surges everywhere. If I'm being honest, I think half of the meta is molded by the existence of Surge. Just in general. Because the EMP status effect is just so ridiculous. And I think Surge, but between the two, like, between the two, I think Surge deserves the nerf. I think Surge is better than Eclipse. Some people would argue otherwise, but I think Surge is overall better than Eclipse. It's kind of the safest mech to go for. Like, it's a guaranteed win against most things. It's a 50-50 win against other Surges, and it's a 50-50 win against Eclipses. There's literally nothing that has, like, a general inherent upside on Surge, except for maybe Deathwalker, right? You think they should stop nerfing things? Well, I mean, the whole point of the rebalance is to bring things more in line with each other. Now, they could decide not to nerf Surge and instead decide to buff everything else to where they're equally as OP as Surge, but I don't think that's a good decision. I don't think that's the play. Eclipse is overrated a little bit, yeah. I mean, I know why it's strong. It is definitely strong. 30k subs by the end of the year, and I'll give out 30 free memberships. 50 for 50k. That's a crazy. Yeah, let's go, bro. Let's go, fellas. Yeah, guys. Expect some, which, by the way, like, my goal is 30k by the end of the year. So if you're not subscribed, I'd much appreciate it if you did. But I will say one of my planned videos for the next couple months was the implant guide, and I'm not really sure how viable that is now. I don't want to have to remake it, but at the same time, maybe I should. Like, I don't know. And I've been working on it for a long time. I'm tempted to just scrap what I have. If I'm being honest, I'm tempted to scrap what I have. I mean, I still have the information, obviously, and my channel members also, by the way, have all of the information that well, a lot of it, a lot of the information that I've been using, but I'm tempted to just scrap everything that I have, even though I've been working on it for literally months. I think I'm going to scrap it, and I'm going to go back to that format that I had the first time, where I'm using one video for each like weapon type or mech type, and I'll just start over with that. And I think that's fine. It'll be unfortunate. I'm not going to delete my footage. I won't delete the file. Like, I won't delete the footage, and I won't delete the edit file, just in case I decide I want to work on it some more at some point. But I do think that it's looking more and more like I probably should do it in chunks and not all at once. And the reason it'd be better to do it in chunks instead of all at once is because if they change anything, I can just rework one of those chunks as opposed to the entire thing. And I think that's probably the way that I'm going to do it. But that also makes it easier for me to release those videos. Like, I don't have to spend 7 years freaking editing that crap. You removed ads from your videos, right? Not from my videos, from my streams, because they got in the way. And like if you're watching a video and an ad shows up, then it just pauses the video, and then when the ad's done, it goes back to the video. That's fine. I'm looking to make some decent money from this. Like, if I wasn't making money, I would not be spending hours of my time making videos, and that's just a fact. Okay, nobody would. There's extremely few people who would be willing to do that. All of your favorite creators, all of your favorite creators would hope to make some kind of money from it. Okay, so if you don't like that, then whatever. But like, I mean, I need it to be worthwhile for me as well. And yeah, so the ads on videos are going to stay for sure. But I took them off of streams because when an ad plays on a stream, when the ad's done, then you just completely missed whatever happened, and that's pretty cringe. And I don't like that. It did make me some money, but I'm willing to throw that out because I think that's pretty annoying. I can understand people are not going to be annoying or not going to like that. Time is money, so real, so real. Hey, Juggalo, Tim, bro, thank you, sir. I didn't even get there yet. Save it for the end of the year, bro. I appreciate it though. A lot of people that I haven't seen. That's actually a lot of people that I haven't seen. I don't think any of these people have gotten. I don't think any of these guys have gotten one before. Yeah, so if you're in the chat and you just got one from, first off, make sure to thank Juggalo. Much appreciated. Second off, go check my members only community posts. I have all of I've been talking about it for a long time, and I really do apologize because it's been taking me so freaking long to finish that implant video, and I'm probably just going to scrap it at this point. But all of the implant information that I've been working with in terms of what's better than what, and what should you use on what implants are worth getting, which ones aren't currently, because they're going to be changing some. All of that information is in just like a giant text post for channel members. So go ahead and check that out. You never got one before either? Well, I could tell you how you can go in. That's okay. I think it's random. I don't know how to. I can't choose somebody. If I was able to choose who got it, then I'd gift them to like my moderators every time, just because I think they deserve it. Do you want an MD next to you? It's honestly based. Which do you think is the next things to be nerfed? Ooh. Somebody's spamming. Oh, caps. That makes sense. You just hey, that's actually true. I actually forgot about that. Yeah, so by the way, yeah. For everybody, thank you to Yeah, don't spam caps because Nightbot's gonna throw a fit. But yeah, so for anybody who wanted a membership, it's a setting that you have to turn on for each channel, I think. So you go to, I don't even know how you do it. Maybe Cookie can tell you. I forget how to do it. But it's a thing that you have to manually turn on. It's off by default. I'll play a match just so we can get into something while this is going on. Do you want to be a member of me and BMP, but you're broke? You know what? Fair enough, yeah. I mean, it's a good reason not to. If you don't... I'll be honest with you. I want to offer value with mine, but I don't really have it at the moment. And that's part of why I made them so cheap, is because, like, I can't really offer a lot. There is that post with all the implant information. That was kind of from a while ago. But in terms of, like, actual value, I can't offer a lot, so... Yeah, I don't really deserve your money, if I'm being honest. I appreciate the support. People are looking to support the channel. I think that's mostly the reason that they do it, but I'd like to, you know, more than that, at least offer some type of value on top. Minigun's really good on Eclipse. Oh, yeah, I agree. Oh, he's talking response to this guy. Which weapon's better on Eclipse other than Revoker? I'd say, like, Overdriver and Minigun. I personally prefer Minigun at, like, high level. It does require all of the weapon implants, but I think overall it does slightly better than Overdriver does. If you're a little bit lower level and you have, like, Overdriver 8s, for example, those are going to do really, really well, because there's a 50% damage modifier on them right now. So I would go with that. But apart from that, there's also, like, a matter of, like, do you have mods on your Eclipse? If you don't, then Podgun is, I think, another safe option. Podgun is a safe option for Eclipse. You could use pretty much anything on it, though. Ow! Oh, I died to this guy. Interesting. What do you think about Silverthorn? I'm getting used to it. It's growing on me. It's growing on me. I don't think it's good, but it's growing on me. Mess you up, huh? I'll mess you up, huh? Oh, yeah. Let's go. You don't want it. You don't want it. You don't want it. Ouch. The heck name is that? Kiss Cool? What? Well, bye. Ah! Okay. Overdriver's better, though? Nah, I think Minigun's better at max level. Like, if you were to have the if you were to have max level weapons, max level pilots, max level implants, everything like that, I think the peak performance of Minigun is better than the peak performance of Overdriver, personally. But, I mean, you can obviously, it's mostly a preference, then you can disagree with that. If someone gives you Super Chat, you get money from memberships too. Why don't, instead of Super Chats, these guys just buy 20 memberships? It would help both. More of the money, I think, more of the money from Super Chats actually goes toward me. The memberships, I mean, either way, YouTube ends up taking a cut, so not 100% of it doesn't actually go toward me. But and I think they take a slightly larger cut from memberships. But either way, it's up to them. It's their money, right? I'm telling them what to do with their money. Either way, it's a way to support me, and I very much appreciate it. When I play Mech Arena, I see red? No, bro. I almost never see red, because he doesn't upload. How do you have so many tickets and your cap is 12? I just don't use them. Like, you can stack up as many golden tickets as you want. So the red tickets that you get every day, those are, you can only have a maximum of 12. But the golden tickets, you can stack up as many as you want. I think I have, like, almost 1,000 on my main account. Actually, I think I have over 1,000 on my main account. But then on this account, I just don't really use I don't play tournament almost ever. So I get random tournament tickets from random places. And so I end up, let's see, yeah, I have like 87. I just don't use them. Here's how to allow gift memberships. Go to join after subscribe. Okay, so you have to subscribe first, and then you hit the join button. Which there's it's not going to automatically charge you or anything. Don't worry about that. Then click the 3 dots in the top right hand corner. Go down to gift membership settings and turn it on. Okay, there you go. There you have it. Let me pin that for a little bit. Gotta love them tickets. Too bad we can't sell them. It's true. It's true. That's actually like the tickets and the, because I was looking, because there's new offers on the Plarium store. Sure. Sometimes there's a free pack, so I went to check. The cheapest one is always the best value, I've realized, because the more expensive ones, they always muddy up the value by throwing in fortune keys, large blueprint crates, and sometimes tournament tickets as well. But those they don't have any practical value. It's the difference between theoretical in-game value versus actual practical value. The cheapest one has the highest practical value. Once upon a time, I bought 100 gold tickets. I mean, it's not that expensive, let's be real. It's not a big deal. It's like, what? 600 acorns. I mean, no, tech 500 if you bought 20. You'd spend more on an implant, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. You could sell them for the price of 10,000 acorns. I mean, it's not gonna be that much, but... You finished the battle pass, so I think you should buy it. Do you have Orion? I think most of the value comes from the Orion itself. So if you already have Orion, I probably wouldn't bother. CPC tournaments, please. As in, in-game tournaments, or just general, competitive clan war tournament type things? 15 chances of having an MD. It's true. You ain't wrong. Blueprint selling option. Yeah, they say that's not a thing that they're capable of doing. Because, the blueprint system is... it's, hard... It's essentially, It's, part of, the core structure of the game code. So, they'd have to basically... The way that they explained it to me is essentially they'd have to... They could do it technically, but they'd have to rewrite basically the entire game's code to make it happen. And so it's just, they don't really see it as worthwhile. I feel like there's got to be some way of dealing with it somehow that's moderately decent for everybody, but I don't know. I saw somebody coming up. Oh, hello. Ow. I didn't even kill him. Bruh. How are my mines so weak, bro? I feel like they're always so weak. Is Clan Wars actually a thing? Not an official thing, but people play Clan War tournament things every so often. I'm part of Flu. If I reached out to some other random clan, max level clan leader, and I was like, hey, you want to you want to have a clan v clan battle? They might say yeah, they might say no. I don't know. We'd schedule it. It's not really an official thing. It's just the sort of thing people just kind of mutually agree on. They can remove the blueprints from the crates for max stuff. At least there's different ways that they could potentially do it, but I don't know what I don't know what exactly is keeping them from doing it, right? What exactly in the code is the problem? Is it the fact that when you get a blueprint, the only way to spend it is on upgrades? And, like, the system won't allow you to spend blueprints on something else? Is it the fact that the system won't allow you to stop getting blueprints from crates? And there's, like, a set chance for blueprints to appear in crates, and in order to remove them from the pool, you'd have to do XYZ. Really crazy inconvenient. I don't know what exactly thing is keeping them from doing it. If I did, then maybe I'd be able to pose a better solution, but yeah. I think we definitely lose. Hello. I mean, I'm just gonna, like... Ow. Brr. Do you think Orion will get nerfed? No. No, I don't think so. Is Sentinel good? Nah. Savant 10? What do you mean Savant 10? That costs a lot of acorns. No, don't do that. Do you think Howler will become a menace lower SP? I think the buff it's gonna receive is gonna mostly affect its higher SPF performance. It might even make it slightly worse at lower SP. Because it'll deal less damage. It'll just have a much quicker reload for better, like, sustained brawl fights. And I'm not sure exactly how that's gonna work, but it's potentially gonna make it... It could make it really good, but it also could make it kind of bad, I don't know. Well, that's a problem. Deal with that. Let's drop those there. The event somebody wants to... I mean, I think for now... Hold on. I want that visibility to go away. Yeah, I had a hunch that was a player with Gemini. And I'm not surprised that it is. Nice, he's dead. Okay. So I'm gonna drop my mines here. I'm just gonna leave those there. He's probably gonna come up to the right side again. Unless he already is. He might even be around the corner. Now there he is. Oh, that's one of them. Oh. There's another one somewhere. Ouch! Never mind. Oh, Hellfire Cheetah is OP, bro. Bzz. Yo, Sanji's here? Oh, that's here. Hey, Sanji, how's it going? Also, hello, sir. Would you think Eclipse gets a nerf? I don't know. I think it might. I think it's definitely on the chopping block. Like, anything that's top meta is definitely on the chopping block. To the extent that if you get it, there is a risk that it's not as good after they... Like, there's a risk of them nerfing it. It'll probably still be good, but, I mean, I don't know, right? I'm gonna click on... Come on, get off the freaking... whatever. Broke. Gotta start driving, as you do, yeah. I thought Gemini didn't show the lock-on. No, it does. It just doesn't show the incoming missile symbol. You know, or it's like the overhead missile thing, the like javelin helix show. Doesn't show that. Damage range been permanent status like reveal. I don't know. The duration of the status effect is actually pretty long. I think it's okay. I think the weapon itself just needs to be slightly better. Yeah, that's 80. It doesn't really help me that much. They just need to flip duration and cooldown. I mean, they could do that. I don't know if that's what they're gonna do, but it's possible. They could make extra buzz sell for credits, like legendaries. Oh, extra blueprints, you mean? Yeah, okay, so like obviously we all get what you're trying to say, and everybody's had this idea. This is not it's an idea as old as time, essentially, like because this has been a problem people have been complaining about for like literally since the game was in beta. Like before the official launch, people were complaining about it. So if they had the capacity to do that, I think they would have done it by now. I don't think that they can. There's something stopping them. I don't know what it is, but it's some type of like internal, the way that the game's coded, they'd have to change way too much of the game and they don't think it's worth their time. Which, like, okay, fair enough. I remember the first time I saw Gemini's coming for me. Let's say it didn't go well, yeah. None of the new guided weapons show it. Not Savant, not Strike Rocket. I think Savant does. It does Savant not? I kind of thought that it did. Hey, names are much appreciated. Caffeine, get some. Oh, you already freaking know it. Thanks, sir. When will Gemini be free to play? I'm guessing like 3 or 4 months. I don't know. A lot of the new ones don't. I don't think Strike Rocket does, which is kind of cringe. It should. I don't think. Well, Gemini definitely doesn't. I think that also. I think all of them should have it. Yeah. Personally, I think all of them should have it. I'm not driving under the influence. I am the influence. That's crazy. That'll definitely get you arrested, though. Savant does show it, so does Quasher. I kind of thought the Savant did. I had a hunch. At very least, I had a hunch that you could tell when Savant was being fired at you. I thought that you could. Quasher as well. He says, yeah, I think that makes sense. Like, I think I recall seeing that. But Quasher's not a freaking guided weapon. Like, of all the weapons that they were going to not give you a warning for, the weapon that's actually a sniper that just has a weird guided aspect, that I'd be okay with. Like, why not give it to Strike Rocket? Why not give it to Gemini? Whatever, bro. The devs are weird, that's all I know. You just bought the Overdrivers thinking they were minigun? Well, did you buy the 8? Because the 8 has a 50% damage modifier, and it's really, really strong right now. Squasher showing it is kind of weird. Yeah, I agree. They changed Hemlock. They did not yet, but they're going to. Don't let posture here, bro. I'll complain to him all day. He knows that I complain because I care about the game. Buying Tetra Rifle 8 this week and soon the 10 also. Well, it's going to be really expensive. if you're gonna get the 10, I'd say maybe just save up for the 10, get the 10, and then just use your extra credits to duplicate it and be able to use 2 of them. Otherwise, it's like, why you have an 8 and a 10? That's kind of pointless. How to get the Plarium exclusive event? It's Plarium Play. It's a Plarium Play event, which means that's the PC platform. So like it's a PC only event. Alright, let's try this again. Same map. I'm gonna start with the same thing, so it's clearly OP. Invite Posh on stream, we want to complain live. Yeah, I don't have enough control over what people say on stream, so I wouldn't do that. People, yeah. That wouldn't end well. If he agreed, we'll just put it this way, if he did agree to do it, he definitely would not agree to do it twice. And I don't want to give I don't want to give him any reason to not. Like, I think he gives us valuable information. And I don't want to give him any reason to not want to talk. Let's try this. Crap! It's really annoying. Firing both salvos just for some random you just bought. To just drop a dome. It's so frustrating. It's like, no, all of it's wasted. Yeah, I figured he was gonna move. Let's go this way. Ouch! Why do his mines do so much damage and mine don't, though? That's not fair. I was prepared to just get him with the mines if he dashed toward me. He would have killed me if he dashed toward me, by the way. I was expecting him to, but he didn't for whatever reason. Oh, thank you for the dome, sir. Ah, okay, bye. Okay. If they all show lock-on, then I was just a victim of bot sorcery again. They don't... Well, not all of them do. All of them should. Like, I wish that all of them did, is what I'm trying to say. Savant does. So if you didn't get one for Savant, then either you did and you weren't paying attention, or the bots. Okay. He's got the... This is so strong, bro. It's crazy. He doesn't even... Like, he only has a rank 4 missile X 16. He's a maxed name art pilot. I don't know that happens. Hello? Where's the other guy? Oh! He quit. Gemini rockets are sometimes invisible. Yeah, but the same thing happens with Disruptor. You also see them freeze in the air if they rise too high. Gemini? No. So that's the rising in the air and the freezing is they're not. One does not cause the other. So what happens is if you fire a Gemini rocket and the enemy dies before the Gemini gets there, then sometimes it will just spiral into the air because it doesn't have a lock anymore. It doesn't have a target anymore. So it just like spirals into the air and then it essentially despawns. And when it despawns, it just visually just stops moving. It's hilarious to look at every time though. Poor guy just chilling there and you killed him. Well, I'm not gonna like drag out the battle for an extra 2 minutes because he didn't feel like playing. Do PC players and mobile players get matched together? Yeah, of course. Okay. I may or may not call it here. I still have this. So many more awards to get, but I keep getting distracted, and I'm trying to like read chat and stuff, and so I'm not paying attention to the beacons. So probably like tomorrow at some point, maybe. I'll just grind it out on my own time. I'll just throw on some music and I'll just lock in. But right now, I'm not in the lock-in kind of mode. Worst glitch, no warning from Seeker? I have not seen that. That sounds terrible, though. Thanks for pinning your comment. Well, you mean it's useful comments. It's good information. It's something that people should have. I mean, if you got good stuff to say, then yeah, sure, bro. I got you. Is a Lancer with pod 8s good? Yeah, I think it could be pretty decent. I mean, like, just some weapon that doesn't require a lot of exposure time, I think. So like I wouldn't go with like Viper or Overdrive or Lancer, which it can be okay, but I wouldn't do it personally. I don't think it's very optimal. But something like Storm Rack, where you fire all your ammo at once, like Javelin Rack, Helix Rack, Gemini, guided type weapons. Pod Gun is kind of a guided weapon, so yeah, it fits. Reacting to this? True. I should go though. I should go because yeah, I've got stuff to do. Freaking time. 4:30. Bro, what? Somebody text me. So I get some text from some random roofing company offering roof inspections at no cost. Freaking sign me up, bro. I always wanted a roof inspection. Get in here. Nah, but yeah, I got stuff to do, so I'll have to call it regardless. I would have liked to have done that. Maybe I just make a video, or maybe I stream some other time. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Every time I stream, I never end up making a video, and I really should be making videos because videos are better for my channel. Like they're better for my channel growth, better for my whatever. So I don't know. Michigan is a cool state. I'm basically next door. Yeah. Yeah. Well, cool in the sense that it's always cold. Nah, it's actually, the weather's not that bad. I'm okay with it. They're trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. No. Okay, look. The only. I'll have you know something wrong here. I don't care about my car. My car has a flat tire right now. It's actually a true story. I have a random spare on it. It's a lot of money to get that replaced, and I don't plan on replacing it anytime soon. But just for your information, if you were to offer a Chungus extended warranty on my Chungus, I will take that. It's a thick warranty right there. They just give every mid weapon homing to make it decent, except for Blast RPG. The homing is actually literally what makes it mid. And I'm not even joking, it would be so much better if it didn't have it. You got that call the other day? Well, it's not a call, it was a text, but interesting. Interesting. New tire funds. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I am actually gonna have to, because I can only go like 50 on the spare. And I also live on a dirt road, so that's probably not a good idea to keep the spare on it for very long. Ain't no warranty on my other car. It's almost antique. Yeah, let's go. Long live Chungus. So real, so real. Anyway, yeah, maybe the if I'm being realistic, I'm probably not gonna have any videos for the weekend anyway. I should. I want to. I'll try to get the almost meta edited for maybe Sunday, but on so like most of my recording and editing, I do that mostly in the morning, but I wake up really late on the weekends because I always stay up really late playing Repo with my friends. So that's probably gonna happen this weekend as well. Well, no, actually, no, we're not playing Repo, but I might end up playing finals. Anyway, maybe I stream tomorrow is what I'm trying to say. Maybe I stream tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah. Repo's a W game. Oh yeah, for real. I got to try out the new update, but I did not like. I haven't seen haven't seen everything, and I'm trying not to like. I don't want to play it. There's a couple people that I regularly play with, but one of them who's like a bit more into the game, and he's not gonna be able to play for the next couple weeks. So I'm not gonna like. I don't want to play it. I don't want to spoil it. We kind of like essentially we just kind of like wait for the weekend for each other. Will you join BMP's stream tonight? I think he streams like 10 p.m. my time, which means if I'm playing finals with the boys, then probably not. But we'll see. We'll find out. Maybe I'm not. Anyway, yeah, I do very much appreciate everybody for stopping by. We had some fun. We did some cool things. Just anybody who got here recently, and like I got a bunch of tokens, and I got crap. Like I didn't get anything. I don't know why this is grayed out, but I did not actually get it. This is my drop chances right now. I got the tokens because I'm on PC because I got the free tokens for Berserker and Mina. Crap, and crap. Well, I'll take the fortune keys, but I mean you get what I'm saying. I'll open this eventually, but unless that one guy is in the chat that told me to open a fortune vault and then spin Eclipse, unless he's in the chat here telling me to open a fortune vault, I am not going to do it, and I'm being so real. So that's going to stay there for now. When you get Discord, would I ever want? I mean, like, I'm not gonna guarantee one, but I'm also not gonna say no. Like, I'm not gonna say that it'll never happen, but I'm not gonna say that it definitely will either. Yeah, anything could happen, yeah. But yeah, what else happened? Nothing else really happened. Yeah, that's about it. We just did that. Got some of that stuff. I'm trying to get credits for Hellfire 6 for when the rebalance happens, which the last thing I'm going to mention, there's a rebalance happening in about 2 weeks. Anyone with a question related to should I buy this or should I upgrade this, I would save your resources until after all of these updates happen, which is going to be for the next couple months. February is when they're going to be done, I think. So like, and you don't have to, obviously. I probably won't strictly. Like, I'll probably end up buying Hellfire 6 anyway. But like if you want to get the most out of your resources, you probably shouldn't be spending them because nobody really knows what's going to be meta by the end of this. I don't know, and this first rebalance that's happening, it's just the first wave. There's going to be more after this, so I don't know what's going to be happening with that. So I would probably save your credits, save your A coins. Don't bother making big investments. You could upgrade things a couple times. I mean, whatever. If you're not sure how much something costs, there's I think the link to the upgrade calculator, not my upgrade calculator, but the upgrade calculator, I think is linked in the description. It's just labeled upgrade calculator, and there's a link following that. And that is this thing right here. really useful tool. I could just, like, search up freaking, shadow. And I want to get it from rank 3 level... What is it, level 3? And I want to get it to rank 5 level 1. And I could just calculate that. And tell me exactly how much I need. I can also do this as a new feature. I can put in, like, how many acorns I have. 45, 67. Blueprints is... Frick, I don't know. It's probably a lot, though. Needed resources. Acorns. Acorns are sufficient. Blueprints are sufficient. This is the first time I'm seeing this, by the way. Yeah, I wasn't sure how it worked. Yeah, cool. Very cool. Let me grab this thing. Free thing real quick. Free. Credits, I'll take it. Whatever. Anyway, yeah. That is going to be it for me for today. I'm not going to be watching that video that Pasha made, or that Hypho made with Pasha. I've been purposely avoiding this because I want to go over it on a stream. I didn't get to it this time. I'm gonna have to, yeah, I have to do some things pretty soon. So, yeah, don't spoil that for me. If I see people talking about it, I'm just gonna like not pay attention. I'm not gonna join that conversation. Yeah. So I don't know anything that's going on in that video, but I want to go over it on stream. We can go over it together at some point, maybe tomorrow. But who knows? Remains to be seen. I probably won't make an announcement post. I usually don't, but I should. But anyway, yeah. Appreciate everybody for stopping by. Take care.